Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, everybody. Yeah, good morning, everybody. How's it going? Oh, yeah. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, I hear you. We have to take a quick break. We're going to come back and we'll start everything off. Good morning, Robin. Today's your big day.
No,
What'd you do?
Day?
You change your lipstick?
No, I haven't finished.
Oh, is that what's going on? All right, why don't you go back, finish your... You look half done.
I am half done.
Yeah, wow, that's weird.
What's the big day today? It's tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow's the big day.
Yes.
Sorry.
I'm still working on my speech.
There you go. You should write it on
an envelope, a brown paper bag.
Brown paper bag like Lincoln did. Hey, during the commercials, I'll be building a fire in here because it's 20 degrees below zero.
Now today you're too cold.
Oh, man. Wow.
We're on the polar ice cap.
Yeah.
This morning.
So I'll be building a fire. Don't get alarmed, all right?
If I see smoke, send me a signal.
Yeah. Hey, Jackie, dig a fireplace, will you?
You don't have matches?
Jackie, you've heard of rubbing their two sticks together. There's fireworks in here. All right, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back right after these words.
Once again, Howard Stern.
Robin's face is undergoing construction. I see that
No,
it's done.
Done now.
Wow, beautiful. What a difference. Unbelievable.
What do you mean, what a difference? You under construction.
You were busy in there. I saw what was going on. I never saw
nowhere near
7 people working on Robin.
7 people. That's only me.
All right. Good morning, everybody. How are you? I was just in here making some phone calls. There's this guy who sent me a fax that says you can buy Crucified by the FCC, that CD that I put out. Of course, you can't buy it anymore because it's limited edition.
It's off the market.
Yeah, Crucified by the FCC says we have original copies for $10 and $15 of Butt Bongo Fiesta. I said, boy. And you call the number, and when you call it, you get like a Ku Klux Klan line.
What?
It's like a fake.
So that's the draw? You call for your tape, and then all of a sudden you're getting indoctrinated?
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's just a funny idea.
Is that legal?
Who cares? I guess an argument. Let's see.
So they're not really trying to sell anything at all?
No, they don't have
their ideas.
No, why would they sell those tapes so cheap? $10.
Yeah, that's an odd...
Yeah. So far, no one's been disappointed, though, when they call.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Nobody's complained.
No one's complained.
Are we going to call? Is it a good line?
Nah, I mean, it's not worth calling on the air, because mostly the guy just talks about where to send him information and how to write him, and, you know, he does very little racial stuff. Very little racial material. You know, I'm like, hey, don't try and sell me stuff. First give me some, anti-Jew stuff and anti-black stuff. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
And then pitch. So, that's that.
Now that you're talking about this, I forgot to send Daniel Carver my book.
I don't know if you want him having it. I don't know if he'd read it.
I don't know if he can read. What are you talking about?
Superman, that show, I told you yesterday that show was cursed. And on the front page of the Post today, it says The Curse of Superman.
You and the Post thinking alike?
Yeah, very proud of that. And it is a curse. Now it's hot in here.
Well, you're talking about the movie, not the show.
Isn't it real hot in here now? Yeah. He can't regulate the temperature. We say it's cold, and then he just throws the heat way up.
How could he change the temperature so fast? He must have really turned it up.
Wow. I wish I could control the temperature.
He's spinning that dial back there like some people steer a boat.
Scott, I'm so sleepy now. I came in so awake. I'm dying. You're sucking the air out of here. A little cooler.
How could it happen so fast?
I don't know.
I think he just shuts it off.
I think he shuts down the air conditioner.
And then there's no air.
Yeah. This building is so screwy. I was talking to someone, it was Gary. His office, my old office, gets absolutely no air conditioning. So Gary went to Terry, who's in charge of all that stuff, and she said that the middle of the building gets no air conditioning.
And they're perfectly happy.
Yeah, and that's a perfectly acceptable explanation to everyone. What do you mean the middle of the building gets that might mean that the air conditioning isn't sufficient, and it also might mean that the building is poorly insulated,
and that the majority of the people in the building aren't they don't get the air conditioning.
How much you want to bet? We ought to go to the floor below us.
And everything's fine?
I bet you everything's fine. I bet you it has something to do with our setup. Because, I mean, look at our setup. It's the world's most depressing radio station. I'm surprised there hasn't been more suicides amongst the disc jockeys here. It is such a depressing station.
Well, there are some very, very beautiful lobbies in this building, and every once in a while, the doors open on some of the other floors, and you're just shocked at what the rest of this building can look like.
Yeah, below us is Tiffany's, and they open up the doors, you feel like you're in another world.
It's not the same building.
Yeah.
We work in a hovel.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really nice building and everything, but I'm sure that everyone else has pumped a lot of money into their particular floor.
It always looks to me like Tiffany's plans to stay there.
Yeah.
We don't look like we plan to stay.
Yeah, like we're squatters and the police are going to come throw us out any minute. So, I don't know what the story is there, but I just got to get a little air, Scott. You got to help me, Pally.
I mean, we've had 10 billion experts up here to try to figure out how to get air in here.
Let me take my jacket off. Oh. But I guarantee if you walk into the middle of their floors, I never heard there's no air conditioning in the middle of the building. And it's like, well, gee, how do we get through the summer?
And when did that occur to them, to just say, well, we didn't air condition that part.
Yeah. And I would complain if I was paying all that rent that they pay. They must pay a fortune in this building.
Sure.
This is a really nice building.
And you get it fixed, don't you think?
Yeah. You say, hey, my employees are uncomfortable. I think that a business, no matter who they are, always owes an employee a comfortable chair and some air. That's all. Comfortable chair to work in and some air. That's a rule my parents told me. If you're going to have someone over your house working, give them a comfortable chair.
And some air.
And some air. No wages, just a comfortable chair and some air.
That's all you're obligated to do.
That's all you need to do. That's it.
But don't tease us with the air conditioning, at least. Don't pretend that there is some.
Well, it's going to get ice cold in here in about a second.
And then not give it to us. Yeah, because I can feel the air already changing.
It's coming on.
God, it's just all over the board back there.
Might not be his fault, though, because I don't think there's fine gradations of air conditioning here.
Oh, you mean there's no numbers on the thing?
I think there's an on and off switch, basically. And they put a bunch of numbers on it to fool you, to make you think you have something going on.
Yeah.
Miami, you're on the air.
Yeah.
Hey.
Howard?
Yeah.
What's going on, man? How you doing? Is this Howard Stern?
Yeah, lower your radio.
They used to call you an artist formerly known as the King of All Media?
Right.
Because they're calling, Tim Allen now the King of All Media.
Who is?
What's up with that?
Who's calling Tim Allen?
I don't know. He was on Letterman the other night.
And they called him the King of All Media?
Yeah, because he wrote that book, and then he had that stupid movie.
Yeah, well, he doesn't have a radio show.
Yeah, what about that?
Yeah, that's true, too. I guess he gets on radio shows, and their ratings go up. Is that that's probably bull anyway, isn't it?
I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, why don't you call us back after you're awake?
He's putting me to sleep quicker than Scott the engineer.
Yeah, that's Scott.
Yeah, why don't you wake up? It's one thing if I'm sleepy. I expect the listeners to be wide awake. Must be hot where he is, too.
He has no air conditioning either.
Yeah, in the middle of his building. New York, you're on the air.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Howard, I want to tell you about a story. I called in to order some flowers for my girlfriend about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
At 1-800-FLOWERS.
Good.
And they asked me where I heard about it, and I thought I heard about it on this show.
On this stupid show?
Yeah.
Thank you.
And the girl said to me that she heard about Selena. They were from San Antonio. So she hung up on me.
Huh.
She wouldn't let me send flowers to my girlfriend.
They didn't take your order?
Because I thought I heard about it on this show.
Wow.
I doubt that. They're a big sponsor of ours.
Well,
Maybe it was just a person, you know, that operator.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Personal
protest. It was definitely a personal thing with this girl.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do? They probably have like 1 million operators. It's a big business, and you know, you get one kook. So what are you going to do?
Well, I called back, and they gave me my flowers. I got somebody else. They must have.
Yeah, of course. You get a kook. You know, you got a certain segment of the not even our audience out there, who now want to think that I'm some sort of racist against Spanish people, or they don't even know what they're talking about. They're just a bunch of morons who basically heard that I played gunshots. I still don't know what's wrong with playing gunshot sounds behind. We're doing a story on Selena, and we played some gunshot sounds.
She was shot.
She was shot. That was it. She was taken down.
There's really nothing wrong with that.
What was it? We had another shooting. Yes, I don't know. You know what? I don't even want to talk about it anymore. It's old news.
That's the whole point. It was one show.
Yeah, it was old news.
And they're making a career out of it.
Yeah, I mean, they're still with that. And it's really weird, too, when I meet Spanish people, and I think they're going to care, and they don't. I mean, it's just like there's a group of hothead nut jobs out there
who are easily led, because most of them didn't hear it.
Who have never gotten any attention in their lives and somehow have linked up with me, and it's become a very important issue. You know, it's like there's no important issues but me.
They're living on it.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Well, they got their publicity.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going into the tunnel. You have a good morning.
All right, bro.
Bye-bye.
We got away with a car phone.
Yeah, well, it sounded pretty clear, the connection, so. Plus, he was kind of an interesting caller.
That is funny that you call up for flowers and get hung up on.
Get some hostile yeah, it's always weird, too, now, like, after that incident.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I got all this. I was looking at the press that I got off of that, the whole Selena incident. I'm going through my press clippings yesterday. There must have been 1,000 articles in Spanish just bad-mouthing me, calling me like the enemy of Spanish people.
I get those, and I'm, like, very frustrated because I don't understand a word of it.
Yeah.
You know, I try to decipher a little bit of it, and you read a couple of lines, you go, I don't know what the hell they're talking about, but I know it's bad.
You can be sure it's bad. It does the little stuff that I can decipher.
I like some of them, you know, they bold some of the letters, you know, and some of the words, you know, some of the words in the article, and I go, oh, that must be a bad word.
And the horrible crime that I committed against the Spanish people is I said, in all the articles it's the same, I'm still waiting for them to find something that I said that was offensive. They said the day that she died, he said he didn't like her music. Now I have, you know, like 5,000 articles saying he said he didn't like her music, and it's like weird, and it's like you feel like you did something wrong.
But you think that you were on a crusade.
Yeah,
the way these articles are coming out.
Yeah, it's like really weird, and I guess I don't know. The newspapers don't want to let it die because they like the whole thing.
It obviously sells papers.
Yeah, but you know, I didn't plot it. I didn't load the gun. I criticized the music.
Still haven't. You can't find an article about the girl who shot it.
No, there's no article about the girl who shot it. There's no article about the fact that they let this Selena, this 19-year-old girl. Do you know anybody who's 19? They're still kids. Let this 19-year-old kid go into a room with a hostile employee and take care of her. Where were the parents? Where was the manager? Where were all these people that were making a living off her? No articles about that. And who cares? It's a riot. It's an absolute riot.
You're the worst person.
Yeah, I sit back and laugh at it. And then I keep reading about this apology of mine that they've rejected, and that's another fabrication by the press. I have made no apology.
Oh, yeah.
The other thing I saw was, remember of the day they had all those kids out there on the street? They
protesting?
They have articles about the huge protest.
Yeah, 100 kids. Kids who were supposed to be in school. So I don't know. It's like really weird. Like you'd think like they want to let go of it already and get onto something important. But no, they don't want to let go of it. They're like building a whole cause around it. And it's like really bizarre.
I hate to see them with a real problem.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't know what to do.
I don't necessarily mind it. I mean, it just drove our ratings up all over the place. But I really don't care. But it is kind of bizarre.
It's just the idea that this was, one statement made in, a very short period of time. It wasn't like we spent any time on it at all.
Yeah,
and the next thing, and it's been months now that people are still writing about it.
I said the music was kind of soulless and sounded like Alvin and the Chipmunks, and they're freaking out.
Mm-hmm.
But they're freaking out because these two disc jockeys who didn't hear it got them all riled up, and now they've just equated it with me killing her.
Yes.
So now it's like I've killed Selena.
Oh, man.
Because they got a white guy who they can attack. How do you attack a Mexican fan club president who's, the same race as Selena?
They're
all racist.
Letters back and forth, because I see letters to the editor, too, are now coming out where people are arguing with each other.
Yeah, and some Spanish people are writing in, hey, Why don't we get on to something important?
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
You know, I've been reading all these articles. Like crazy.
Yeah, I know. I can't even keep up with them.
One of the articles said that the guy was defending you, and he said, I guess they had a memorial somewhere for Selena.
Yeah.
And some video crew went there to shoot it, and somebody stole all their equipment. They said, why don't they report stuff like that?
Because it doesn't have my name attached to it. Now, if I had said go down and steal the video equipment, then it would have been a big story.
Forget about it. Or, they also didn't put much attention on the fact that when she was, during her memorial, when people were filing by the casket, there was such a hotbed of rumors that she wasn't really in there.
They ripped open the casket.
They had to open the casket to calm everybody down.
Well, the article I was just reading, because it was really bizarre, was that the Houston City Council voted 13-1 to have the E channel taken off the local cable.
The city council.
Yeah, like what's that all about?
Like it's like we're living in Mexico, and
man.
What's this? Hey, dude, can you mellow out?
Yeah, he's
like man. At church. Like we're living in Mexico, and this is how things are done.
But I don't know how the world's going to get any better.
And didn't they charge money to go to the funeral?
Well, that's what
I heard.
That's what we heard.
I mean, that's a real outrage.
I don't know anything about that. I hadn't heard that one.
I heard that they charged money to go to the funeral.
Didn't we read that?
Yeah, somewhere. I don't know, but I don't know. I think it's kind of laughable and it's sort of sad. It's a sad commentary on what goes on in the so-called Spanish community.
I do have to say one thing, that the articles written about you involving this case have to be 5 or 6 feet high.
Yeah. There's nothing else that is written. You never have ever seen anything written about these Spanish organizations complaining about the conditions in Mexico.
There's a paper called the El Paso Times.
Yeah.
I would say every single day since this has happened, there's a minimum of 3 letters to the editor about you.
Yeah.
This incident.
Yeah.
It's every day. It's the same letter.
Every day. And where do you see a newspaper do that? Where do you see a newspaper write the same letter every day? Usually they have an issue. They go through it for a day, and they don't continue taking mail on it.
I'd say probably about for every 4 letters that hate you, they stick in one, 2-line letter that's not Howard's not a bad guy.
He's not such a bad guy.
And most of the letters that defend you say, I think Howard's scum, but it is his First Amendment right.
Right, yeah. Yeah, so it's like
well, at least that's something.
It's like the strangest thing, too. Because, I don't know, I was walking around, when I went to Arizona, they have, a lot of Mexican guys working there, and I was walking around, I said, I better put my hair up or something. These guys are going to go nuts. I said, trying to explain to them, that I don't like Tejano music. They could care less. How's that going to impact their lives? Yeah, dude, what can we do for you? You've been very patient.
What I was going to say isn't related to that, but in L.A. they made it sound like, it was this huge apology thing on all
I know.
stations, that everything was you apologizing and
I would never apologize.
And everything.
I can't apologize for music I don't like. I mean, if we live in a country where I have to apologize because I don't like our music.
I live in L.A. and I hear the stuff every day. I hate it too, but I don't get yelled at for not liking it.
Yeah, well, what am I going to do? You know what it is? There's a lot of frustration there in that community, and most of it has to do with Prop 187.
Right.
And that's what's really going on. There's a whole issue of Spanish people are really nervous that they're not going to be able to sneak into the borders
How'd they
anymore.
turn into this huge apology thing? I don't
Well, because I decided, all the press wanted me to make a statement. They were saying, could you call us back and make a statement on this
What
thing?
do you have to say?
So I'm sitting at home and I go, hey, it'd be really funny if I made a statement in Spanish. That would be kind of like a funny thing to do,
Yeah.
It was no apology. I read the English translation. It's the furthest thing from apology. I said, my comments meant no harm to anybody. I just don't like Tejano music. So, I don't know. Then they said Howard Stern issued an apology today. And I said, I didn't issue any apology, but...
And then it was the apology was a mockery and we do not accept.
Yeah, why would I issue an apology? Because those guys aren't going to accept it. They're getting too much press. And the sad part is that let's say their dream came true and I was thrown off the air. And by the way, that's my dream as well. I hope they're successful. Let's say their dream came true and I got thrown off the air. How would that solve the problems of any person?
How would it change their lives? What would change for them?
It wouldn't.
Well, that's what I tried to point out. I mean, this is a real non-issue that all of these so-called groups have gotten themselves involved in.
It's funny. In fact, all of white America, the Anglo-America, is sitting and laughing. I mean, they laugh at stuff like this. It's like, hey, they don't want the real power. They want to go after disc jockeys.
But they do have some white council members who will vote and say, yeah, sure, why not? What the hell?
Will you vote for me?
That'll make you happy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we'll go get Howard Stern.
But I don't understand. I mean, a lot of, the stuff you do has been, that kind of humor has been going on. Like Lenny Bruce. What do you think of Lenny Bruce?
I think Lenny Bruce was great.
And, you know, because I heard you complaining about these, I don't know, some guys out around here in Phoenix or Houston or something that were doing this masked man thing or whatever, and you were talking about how they were ripping off your stuff or whatever, and I was looking through this
my
record collection, and there's gay masked man that Lenny Bruce was doing 20 years ago.
Of course.
And a lot of the same stuff that you're doing, people are getting pissed off. It's 1995, you know, well, nothing changed since 1965 or something.
Right. Okay, thanks.
Anyways, cheers, man.
Yeah, man. Cheers.
Where do these people... I love
cheers,
the people
man.
with these chow and cheers. That drives me nuts.
Cheers, man. You go to Mexico, there are literally children living in boxes on the bridges. I'm not making any jokes. I've been there. That's the farce of all of this. And it's kind of funny that it's sort of...
You know, the other thing that you get lambasted for is, you know, you said something about the corruption in the Mexican government.
Yeah.
And everybody was screaming about that, too. But it's true.
No, it's on the front page of the New York Times every day. If you want it, I mean, there's, you know, if it was one thing, if it was on the front page of, like, the Post of the Daily News, which is sensationalism. The New York Times, probably the most respected paper in the world, on any given week will do 2 or 3 articles on the corruption in the Mexican government.
But they don't scream that, you know, he's wrong for saying, you know, it's just, you're wrong for saying it. The corruption isn't wrong. You're just wrong for pointing it out.
It has become politically incorrect to actually criticize another country, to criticize what they're doing to their people. The world has gotten so absurd. You are making fun of us. You are making fun of the Mexicans. We have our problems, but you should not say them on the radio. I mean, it's like it's laughable what the world has become. It's such an uptight friggin' place. It's so uptight. It's just so weird. You can't say you don't like Latin music.
I did read one editorial where the guy said, you know, because at the time that you did that, also Al D'Amato got into trouble for his Judgito impression. And a couple of other things were going on. Yeah. And the guy said, you know, I know in the Christy Todd Whitman statement about black guys playing a game called Jules and the Crown.
You can't say that.
And this guy in the editorial said, these are not mistakes. These are legitimate discussion points, but nobody wants to have a discussion anymore.
There isn't a thing that I said in that broadcast that wasn't true.
Mm-hmm.
My feelings were I didn't like the Hano music. I don't think anybody should be criticized for that. I don't like it. I said the situation in Mexico is pathetic. I said the people there have absolutely no rights. They can't even say a word against the government to be thrown in jail. Poverty is please, who's going to debate this any longer? Who cares?
No, but, you know, the point of the editorial was, you know, in this politically correct era in which we live, whenever you say anything, instead of it becoming a launching point for a discussion, it becomes labeled as a mistake, and everybody's just supposed to shut up.
Yeah, well, it's weird. And I'll go on record, I thought D'Amato's Judgito impression was very good.
If nothing else, it was funny.
Hello?
Hey, you got to say it was funny. Hey, you're on the air, Los Angeles.
Yeah, Howard.
Yes.
Yeah, since you don't like Selena, you could have moved on to another subject since you can't say anything nice about her.
Well, listen, listen.
And I'm not Hispanic.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. I'm black.
No, you're not. You're Hispanic.
I have an accent. Everybody tells me that, but I'm not.
No, the point is that just because I don't have anything nice to say, that's not the concept of my show. I talk about anything. I don't know anything about her. We put on the... Listen, okay. Genius. You asked a question. You made a statement. We don't know anything about her. The woman was killed. They said, let me hear the music. I said, I didn't like it. I played the music. Evidently, that is not allowed in Mexico. In that country, you don't do that. Well, this is America where you do it. Yeah, she's very beautiful. She's very beautiful, very beautiful. Where is the fact that this woman was killed by a fan club president who was openly hostile and stealing money? They sent this girl into a room alone with her.
Howard, what type of music do you like?
What?
What type of music do you like?
Well, I would say I like...
You've criticized some of my other favorites, too, from the Grammys.
How could you be upset with somebody criticizing music?
Because you criticized my favorite singer.
Oh, okay. All right, thank you. This is the mentality I'm dealing with.
Selena.
Who was it? I got to know.
Yeah, who is your favorite singer?
You criticized...
Who did we criticize? I got to know who you...
criticized Natalie when she won the Grammys.
Natalie Wood? Natalie Nicole?
Natalie Cole.
Natalie Cole? You're a big Natalie Cole.
And I want to put my foot in your ass.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Well, why don't you come down here so I can beat your ass into the ground?
Okay.
So because you're such a pussy,
I'll come on your show.
I'll tell you what. When you come down here, I'm gonna knock you out.
I'm coming on your E-show.
I'm gonna beat your ass.
The last point, free your mind and your ass will follow.
Okay, pal.
Bye.
Yeah, and enjoy your job. Enjoy your $3 an hour job today.
Okay.
All right, good. Stupid ass. That monotone. That dumb monotone. It screams out, I'm a moron. You criticize Natalie Cole.
Natalie is actually.
Natalie Cole. You criticize Natalie Cole. Get that same monotone my in-laws have. Gary was telling me, Gary was over my house. You know Baba Flowley?
Yeah, over the weekend when your guests were there.
Yeah, and he was having, I went upstairs to meditate, so, you know, I do TM, so I was upstairs doing that, you know, trying to mellow out a little after my exciting week. And Gary says that all my in-laws and, you know, my brother-in-laws, my sister-in-laws, they all sit around and discuss me when I'm not in the room. And
as soon as he left the room, they started talking about him?
Yeah, and what I'm going to say about them on the radio. They're all totally into it.
First, what they did was they sat and kicked around things that you made fun of them about in the past.
So what happened? You were just sitting there having a drink with them?
Yeah, we were just sitting there having a drink.
So who started the conversation? It's usually my brother-in-law, Bruce.
I think that's who it was.
Yeah, of course. I know exactly how it works.
And I think we started talking about the show, and then it was like, hey, remember the time, you know, oh, I know what, Bruce started it. This is exactly what he said. He's been pretty light on me for the last year.
Yeah.
And I said, what do you mean?
Bruce has to stir things up so he can get some more airtime.
And he said, yeah, he's been really taking it easy on me. And then, I don't know, then your father-in-law mentioned something that you said once about them on the show, and then they all started discussing that. Yeah. And then they all started discussing what you would be talking about potentially on Tuesday.
Yeah,
what they could possibly have done wrong that you might be talking about on Tuesday.
Yeah, it's just like, you know, just forget about the show. Every time I walk in the room, it's a discussion about the show.
Yeah, that's kind of tough when your house is like a radio show. And then people are constantly focusing on what could happen on the radio.
Then I come in here and tell you about it, and last night I'm laying in bed and my wife starts yelling at me, I don't appreciate you talking about my family like that. So it's just like a vicious circle.
Tell you why.
You got to understand my life. To me, that incident's nothing. I
get go home with you.
You should be me and talk about your family and every secret in your family, and then have to deal with your wife. That's more intense.
Howard, you should tell your wife that the mail is unbelievable. People say when they're requesting stuff for best of, when Howard talks about his in-laws, that's the best.
Of course. Of course. So I do it. What is it, Ralph?
When I was leaving, I think it was Friday night, I was in the pool house saying goodbye, and the same thing was going on.
Yeah, what were they doing?
New people were coming in, so they were discussing, you know, what not to do or what to do or what you were going to talk about that they've done.
Yeah, I know, they live for it, though. But they live for it. My wife doesn't understand. They live for it.
This is exciting to them.
Yeah, this is exciting. They're going to be... Yeah, but they're always wrong. They have no clue what I'm going to talk about. Because my mother-in-law will be holding, you know, they say, oh, you're going to say something about me? You're going to say that, but she never knows what I'm going to say.
Oh, now you're going to talk about that on the radio after she says that.
Yeah, and then I go, I'm not going to talk about that on the radio.
There was something that happened specifically, and
nobody cares.
You didn't even talk about it.
Yeah, and no one cares.
Because the last thing your father-in-law said to me as I walked out the door was, defend the family name for us on Tuesday.
I know.
And then your wife said he's busy.
I know. You know what it is? If they just weren't so consumed with me, the world is consumed with me. I've never seen anybody's life like that. I don't think there is a person in the world who has a life like mine.
Not even the president.
No.
He gets away with crap.
The world is consumed with me and my thoughts and what I think. I'm the most powerful man on the planet.
You think you could get away from that, though, in your family?
You can't. And believe me, my parents are just as bad.
I just, you know...
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say, maybe your in-laws just don't see you enough.
No, my mother's just as bad. My mother and father will be just as bad.
Really?
But my in-laws are worse.
All I know is, like, when I first went to your house, I go, boy, what a great house. It's a beautiful, huge house.
Right.
I can't believe how small it got this past weekend.
Unbelievable.
There was only one room left for you to go in.
There was only my office.
That's it.
And I don't let them in there. I lock the door. I bolt it closed, and I sit in there by myself.
Electric fence around it.
Yeah, and then my wife calls down every once in a while and yells at me, why don't you come up and be with the family? And I'm like, I'm with the family. Give me a couple of minutes to myself. Every holiday I get, every time I get a 3-day weekend, I got your family here, and I don't mind. I never make a peep. Just give me a couple of minutes to myself. What do you care if I'm sitting there hearing about my radio show?
What are they doing anyway when you finally do emerge?
They asked me about the radio show. It's a question and answer session. Please. I mean, come on. It's enough already. My family couldn't be more hostile as if they were Latinos. You would think I said something. Oh, man.
You didn't like their music.
Right. I don't like the music they make. The noise. It's meaningless noise. Oh, man. Yeah, so like you sat down on the couch, and then Bruce started in that I wasn't making fun of him enough.
That you've been good to him recently.
Yeah, and then they go through what am I going to say about them on the show.
Well,
and all the stuff that they pick out is not even funny, right?
I don't remember, because a lot of it was what you had said about them in the past.
Oh, I see.
Remember the time he made fun of me put my feet up on the couch or something like that?
Yeah. Yeah, but meanwhile, then 2 seconds later, my father-in-law leaves the door open so that the cat can get out.
Well, that's really...
Stands there like a zombie while it's all happening. My wife falls down off 2 flights of stairs because she's racing to the door to get the cat from going out. And he's just like, oh, did I do that again?
That's funny because...
And his daughter's laying on the floor.
Oh, boy.
It's unbelievable.
He didn't even help her.
No.
That's funny because when we went inside to get lunch, Howard was in the middle of telling me a story, and then he completely stopped paying attention to me. He's looking out the door, and he goes, my father-in-law's going to leave that door open again.
Yep, and he does.
And Howard, I can't even concentrate.
No, I can't, because it makes me nuts that they don't respect me enough to do that. And it's just like, then I did an experiment when my in-laws were over. We were, I had to fill up some air in the tires and the bicycles.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. So, it was Ralph. This is just as much a knock on Ralph, too. Ralph and my brother-in-laws, my 2 brother-in-laws were standing there. And then I said, why don't you guys fill up the tires in this bike, use the electric pump, I'll set it up for you. I took the extension cord, I set it all up for them. Why don't you blow up the tires, and I'll blow up the tires on my bike. And when we're all done, nobody took the extension cord out of the wall, rolled it up, and put it away. They waited for me to do it.
Well, it is your house.
No, but come on. I mean, help a little. We were overwhelmed with about 7 of them.
They could have offered to help.
Yeah.
But in general, it is the host.
Yeah, I guess.
But
we had like 7.
Take care of stuff like that.
We had 7 or 8 guests for 3 days that we were accommodating, feeding meals and getting all kinds of gourmet stuff. Pick up.
Taking the plug out of the wall won't help.
Yeah, help me out. Bend over and pick up the plug so I don't have to do it.
How is that my fault? I didn't even use it.
Just one of you could have said, hey, why don't we put away the plug? You help the guy out.
I didn't see it.
Like you stand there and wait for me to do it, like I'm the entertainment director.
I have a question for you.
Why don't you guys tip me? Yeah.
When your in-laws come over for like all of them came over for a 3-day weekend.
Yeah.
Do they bring anything?
No. And
themselves.
No, they don't bring anything.
They bring, I don't know. Some food.
No, nothing.
Gifts.
I do everything. I must have dropped about $5,000 in food alone this weekend.
They never pick up the they don't
pick
take
up everything.
Else's
No,
dinner
I do it all. I do it all. I don't ask for anything.
Your father-in-law never says, hey, come on, let's all go out to dinner all three.
No. No, never happens. Never happens. That's how people are with me.
Hey, he's loaded.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's like, the Jackie mentality. Hey, he's got plenty of money. Meanwhile, I don't have plenty of money.
Even if you do, why should you pay for
Right,
everything?
yeah.
Well, in defense, you never even said you gave your daughters the gifts I bought.
Yeah, my wife didn't call you?
No.
Oh, the kids they freaked out. That's my wife. The kids opened up their gifts. Robin gave my kids. This is a perfect example. So the kids open up their gifts. They get these 2 beautiful. Robin got them this beautiful gold chain with a gold heart and a locket, and you open it up. My daughters were like dying.
Oh, you're kidding.
God. So I turned to my wife. I said, Robin is really generous. It's really a beautiful gift. I said, can you please go over to the phone right now and have the kids call Robin? She goes, look, it's getting late at night. They got to go to bed. I'll take care of it tomorrow. I said, fine. I don't ask my wife to lift a finger. First of all, you're an associate of mine. You're a friend of mine. You're someone I work with every day. You're important to me. I would like you to be acknowledged.
Well, it's all right.
No. You don't get it. You don't get how irked I am. It's not that it's you. This is what goes on all the time. It's not just you.
I would just like to know that they got there.
No. Let me tell you something. That's rude. That's rude. And I turned to my wife like maybe 3 different times that night, and I said, please make sure Robin is called and that the kids learn to make a call. I mean, they shouldn't expect gifts like this. This is a really outrageous gift.
I'm.
What did that cost you?
I just wanted to make sure that, because I was really worried. I didn't know whether they would like it or not.
You're absolutely right. I apologize. How much did you spend on that?
Why would I tell you the price?
I won't say anything. Tell me how much.
We're just sitting here in front of millions.
What'd you spend about? What'd you drop about? $500?
Not quite that much.
But quite a bit, right?
But I did it out of love, and the money didn't matter.
It matters to me. Now I got to buy you something.
No, the money
all right. Anyway,
did not matter.
So anyway, I turned to my wife on 3 different because I got really paranoid that again she wouldn't take care of something. So I said to her, you know, please make sure it's really important to me that the kids call Robin because she's going to be really anxious to hear how they like the gifts.
I was worried that they wouldn't like them.
It was really.
I just wanted to make sure that.
I said it was really important to her to get the gifts out here. She ran back home to get the gifts. I said, could you please make sure they call Robin? Oh, yes, I'll do it. I mean, what do I give her to do? And she says to me, how can I help you? Forget about the fact that, we're friendly and everything. Imagine that we're just business associates. And she says, how can I help you in your business? She always wants to help. But then I say to her, okay, make sure the kids call Robin, who I work with every day. 3 times I tell her that.
No, I just wanted to...
And I work the entire weekend. This is just what I mean. She just doesn't do it. She just doesn't do it.
Look, don't make it a big deal.
No, it is a big deal because it's not the only thing she doesn't do. I don't have a friggin' rice cake in my house.
Oh, no.
I'm sitting there. I like rice cakes, right? I eat them because I'm watching my weight now. By the way, feel my ass. I think I'm down. Not you, Ralph. Robin, come over and squeeze my ass, please.
I've never squeezed your ass. What is it going to be?
I'm just going to pull my pants down. You put your hands and slide your hands in my underpants and squeeze the muscle.
Your underpants?
Well, all right, over my underpants. How's that? What is the big deal? Come over here.
I just don't understand how I'm going to be able to determine anything. I've never touched your ass before.
No, but you're going to see it feels like a rock now. Because I've been working out and doing the bike riding and eating. I eat the rice cakes. And it feels good, I think. I think you would actually think it feels attractive. Come on, Robin.
Are you feeling
Well, does it look attractive? I've looked at it more than...
I think it looks attractive.
Well, why don't you just show it to me?
All right, come over here. Because you can't see it from over there. This will take the place of my kids' thank you. I've been working on this. I've got my button-down jeans on. It'll take a second.
What was that?
I got button-down jeans on. All right. Well, come over behind me because you're going to really need to...
I have to be back there?
Pull down my pants.
Have you got any sun on your ass?
No, I haven't.
White ass?
All right, first of all, here, come here. Just squeeze this. Squeeze it.
Oh, come on.
Squeeze it.
Oh, come on, Howard.
Come on, how's that feel?
It's all right.
Come on, that's it. Come on, how's it look? How's it look?
It looks okay.
Oh, that's a
you're
lie.
not showing it to me the way
Oh, wait, here, wait. Here, look. Look at it.
Oh, boy, Howard.
Bad?
Need work.
I still need work? Oh, Jesus.
I'm not saying I've been working out.
You don't think it looked good?
Howard.
No?
You need an operation.
I'm never showing you again. It did look good.
She's just jealous.
Jealous of it. She wants it, that's why. Really? It doesn't look better, huh? It really doesn't look better.
What?
It really doesn't look better?
It looks better, but...
Well, she didn't see it like a month ago, too.
Yeah, right.
I've been looking at that ass for years.
When you felt it, didn't it feel good? Didn't it feel like it had suddenly risen a little bit?
I don't think so.
No?
No. I think you need to stay on the bike for another 95 miles.
You're going to go home and do
all right, you know what? I'll go do 95 miles today, and you'll come back and feel it again.
You kill yourself.
Yeah. I might get into horseback riding, like Superman.
Oh, goodness. And the thrill seeker.
Yeah. Who would get into horseback riding anyway?
At that age.
Yeah. I mean, the guy's 42 years old. What are you riding a horse?
Dangerous, obviously.
Yeah. He was, it wasn't like he was just riding a horse.
No.
That event is an Olympic-style event.
Right. It's a steeplechase event where you're going over those gates and all that stuff.
They say it's, like, really hard.
Yeah.
It's like professional athletes can only tackle that.
Kids are so supposed to be doing that.
Yeah.
People who've been doing it all their lives and are now trained.
Maybe there was kryptonite in the horse's hoof. Some plot to get him. I know it was that General Zod from Krypton. He's been pissed ever since he ended up in the Phantom Zone.
Where is Lex Luthor?
When you need him. So, anyway, I'm very embarrassed that my kids haven't called you.
All I wanted to know was that they got them, because I sent them there and I wasn't sure if they got them.
That was something I asked my wife.
Oh, geez, maybe they hated it.
I asked my wife to handle one thing, and that's what she did. She didn't call.
Okay, it's no big deal.
Yeah, well, it's a big deal to me.
They got them.
It's embarrassing to me, but what can I say?
I'm glad they got them.
Well.
And they like them.
For what it's worth, I told the kids you were cured of everything. They think you're healthy. No, but they loved them. They loved the lockets. And I just can't believe... I just can't believe that my wife didn't call.
I'm sure she was very busy. She had a house full of people over the weekend.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
She's no help to me. She's no help. And then, like yesterday, we had guys who were supposed to come and help me out at the house.
Yeah.
You know, do some work at the house. And like, she's not even there to, like, supervise or anything. I tell her what to do, and she doesn't do it. How do you get your woman in line? Short of being OJ.
No. I thought you were telling Gary you had it all under control.
No, I don't. Evidently, I was wrong. I can't even get a rice cake. Listen to this. So, you know, I'm into eating healthy. Despite the fact my ass looks like...
You need an operation.
Like I need an operation. Which I'm thinking of going in for. I'm just telling you that, you know, I eat rice cakes. I try to eat healthy diet. So... And my in-laws come over, and they eat any piece of garbage that's there. You know, they're eating, like, cream cheese and bagels and lox and whitefish. I brought them a whole big spread. And then for dinner, we serve Chinese food, and they eat every fattening dish. They don't eat steamed chicken. They eat, like, chicken laden in fat sauce and all kinds of stuff. So I walk in the room, and what I do is I take 2 rice cakes. I crush it over some yogurt with some raisins or some berries.
Okay.
All right, you know, non-fat yogurt with some rice cakes crushed on top of it. So everyone sees this and goes, ooh, that looks good.
Let's try it.
They take all my rice cakes, and they eat them all up. Now, they don't even... Then my father-in-law crushes rice cakes over some yogurt and puts Fruit Loops on top of that. So they eat up all the stuff. The only thing that I could eat is the rice cakes. I know how hard it is to get them in my house because my wife won't go shopping for me. She won't lift a finger for me. And so he uses up my rice cakes. I have no rice cakes. And, you know, he's eating Fruit Loops with the rice cakes. That stuff irritates me.
Well, I would imagine so, because he doesn't need rice cakes if he can eat Fruit Loops.
Yeah, I mean, all of a sudden he's going to get healthy and eat the one thing I can eat. And my brother-in-law, we have special bread that Allison buys me. And again, I can't get this bread in the house. I don't eat any other kind of bread. They're eating bagels, cream cheese, rye bread with cream cheese. They're eating all this stuff, right? So they see I take out 2 pieces of the bread. It's called Shiloh Farms bread. What? What?
No, I was there during one of these incidents.
Yeah, right. So I'm there, you know, it's called Shiloh Farms bread, and it's really hard for me to get because my wife will have to go to the health food store, and she'll only go once a month. So my brother-in-law sees this Shiloh Farms bread. He takes it, he puts it in the toaster, he heats it up, makes it to nice toast, and all of a sudden he goes, oh, look, this rye bread. I didn't realize what this was. So they just throw out the bread.
Oh.
And it's like, now it's all gone. I can't replace that. So I blow a fit. And I say, you know, guys, why do you have to eat that bread? You guys eat every garbage. They all weigh. Do my brother-in-laws each weigh over 250 pounds?
I would think so.
They're heavy guys. Why do you have to get healthy on the weekend you come to me, but you're eating Shiloh Farms bread laden with cream cheese and all kinds of peanut butter and jelly and stuff? Why do you have to eat that? I bought you 900 pieces of bread. Why do you got to eat what
regular bread if that's what you got?
Well, we wanted to try what you eat. And I go, yeah, but you're missing the point. What I eat is boring. It's a non-fat stuff. You guys are eating. It's like ordering a Diet Coke with fried chicken and French fries.
Allison yelled at him so bad that he goes, I'm going to eat it. And he took it with him, but you know he took it through to the garbage.
Yeah, right. He didn't
in the room.
I mean, it's just laughable what they do to me. Oh, we'll eat rice cakes too.
Now, do you think this is calculated?
No, it's just thoughtless.
Now, do they visit any other family?
No, it's just me because it's like a camp at my house. We ran Camp Stern. There was bike riding in the morning, tennis. There was
there's the pool.
The pool. There's Let's face it. The reason they come to my house is because I'm set up. I'm set up for fun.
You're like a resort.
Yeah.
Resort Stern.
And we have to go run around and buy meals and do everything and cater.
You become the innkeeper.
Yeah.
You're now responsible for their meals and if they're happy.
And my brother-in-law has never opened their wallet. Never. Nobody opens the wallet.
But you do get a good gift every once in a while during the year.
No, we don't. We don't get any gifts.
Oh.
From anybody.
Now that's sad.
Yeah.
They never thank you in any way?
No.
Oh.
No.
That's
Why?
awful.
Why should they thank me?
Jeez, Howard.
I don't want anything. I don't want any thanks. I'm Mr. Kellerman. Remember Dirty Dancing, Mr. Kellerman? He was the host at that Borscht Belt resort. I have all the headaches and none of the rewards. I don't know. The place is going under.
The kids, they don't like coming here anymore.
I don't know. None of the kids cha-cha anymore. I'm Mr. Kellerman from Dirty Dancing. You see, a lot of people watch Dirty Dancing. They concentrate on Patrick Swayze or the girl Jennifer Grey or the beautiful blonde dancer. I watch Mr. Kellerman because Mr. Kellerman's my life.
That's who you relate to.
I'm the guy on the sidelines making sure everything's running good so everyone else can have fun. That's me. I'm a
Who are you grooming to take over? Is there a little Kellerman?
I'm a Mr. Kellerman fan. I'm telling you. That's when I watch Dirty Dancing. I just fast forward to Mr. Kellerman's part.
You're the entertainment director.
Yeah, right.
The head of the kitchen.
That's me.
Sure all the beds are remade in the morning and there's clean, fresh linen.
Yeah, Mr. Kellerman didn't worry about rice cakes for himself. He had to make sure his guests were happy. Anyway, I got to take a break. We'll be back right after these words.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show. Here's Howard.
Well, everybody loves a little sexual entertainment, Robin. A little sexy entertainment, right?
What do you have planned?
Well, you know, any girl who ever wants to get naked for us is invited to come down here. But Gary said to me in the office the other day, there's this girl who wrote a book. She was, it's called The Ivy League Stripper. It's like it's a legitimate book. It's on...
What's the Ivy League Stripper?
Well, it's a story of a girl who gets into college, Brown University, which is an Ivy League college, very good school.
Yes, John F. Kennedy Jr. went there.
Yeah, and she didn't have a lot of money and stuff, so her family tried to help her out. She was on part scholarship, and she took a bunch of odd jobs to make ends meet to pay for this scholarship, you know, the half that she had to pay for.
Right.
So she
started stripping to go to an Ivy League school?
She started stripping, and she kept it a secret from her family for 2 years.
Wow.
But she wants to be naked for us today, so what the hell? And now, ladies, what is it?
Well, your wife's on the phone.
What does she want?
She wants to talk to you.
She wants a divorce.
Well, you know, my wife has this habit of calling after I've done with... Now the phone doesn't work. I can't get my wife on the phone. Here we go again. Hello?
Excuse me.
Yeah, I got to hold the phone line down because I work in a dump. You know, I'm holding the phone with my finger.
I don't care what you're doing. Robin?
Yes?
They loved the locket.
Oh, isn't that nice, Allison?
Oh, stop it, Howard.
Thanks for taking care of that for me, by the way. I'm thoroughly embarrassed.
Oh, please. And,
what do you mean, oh, please?
Oh, please.
Oh, please what? I asked you did I ask you 3 times to have the kids call Robin?
And you couldn't do it?
No, I couldn't. Was I working the whole day the next day?
Oh, okay, fine. And,
wait a second. Was Friday your birthday?
Yeah.
Did I bring you a gift?
Yes.
Okay. Did I remember your birthday? Did I go out and do that?
Yeah.
Okay. When we were there, did the kids get special lockets from Robin?
Yes, they did. Howard.
Okay. The next day, did I work? Excuse me. The next day, did I work the whole day?
That you couldn't have picked up the phone that night with
No, because you said that the kids were tired, that you would take care of it the next day. Allison, you're always asking me, is there anything I can do to help you?
Well, you know what? I changed my mind. And you know what? You take the joy out of me wanting to do anything for you. You are a taker. You're not a giver.
That's right.
That's right.
I'm not a giver, huh? I don't give to you. I've given you a lifestyle that you never dreamed of.
Oh, please.
When's your nail appointment?
I don't know. I haven't.
When's the masseuse coming to the house?
Howard.
Oh, no, I don't give anything, do I? You know, most guys sit tight with their money. They give their wives $50 a week.
Your money? Since when is it ever your money?
It is my money.
You always can find Howard.
All right, I'm going to tell you the truth. I actually earn that money. I go... All right, listen to me. Can't you please help me when I ask you to do something? Can you keep a list? I know what happened. You forgot to call Robin, and it was important to me.
Howard, do you understand the circumstances? Are you remembering back to Friday night?
No, the point is that Robin
Howard
did not get the phone call, and she never heard back whether or not the lockets were given to the girls.
Well, you could have told her we gave the girls the lockets.
I asked you 3 because I considered it done out. I asked you 3 times to do it.
I'm sorry. That's something you could do, Howard.
You told me you would take care of it. But you said, wait a second. If you say you're going to take care of something, I assume you're telling me the truth. Do you lie to me?
Well, why don't you start taking care of something?
No, I take care of everything.
Since I do, you take care of nothing.
Oh, I see. Nothing. Well, I'll tell you what, Allison. I'll quit my job, and we'll let you do what I do, and you can take care of everything.
Fine, Howard.
All right, and you'll raise the money for all of this splendor.
Oh, my God. Your hostility is unbelievable.
No, it's not hostility.
And you're so mean.
Why am I mean? Why? Why am I mean?
I don't believe what you say about people.
No.
It's very, very...
Was it true? Was it true what I said? I asked for rice cakes in my house. Your family is eating stuff that is so fat. Everybody there weighs over 500 pounds.
Oh, my God.
And all of a sudden, my rice cakes...
I'm just having space from the weekend. It's been very hectic around here.
Yeah, so why do you invite your whole family if you can't handle it?
I can handle it perfectly well.
So why are you so hectic?
It was hectic. I had over 12 people every meal. It was hectic.
Yeah, but why do you do this? Why can't we have a 3-day weekend without all these people then?
Because we can't.
And then she starts yelling at me the whole weekend. She was yelling at me the whole weekend. I come away, I go, everybody had a great time but me. I got yelled at by my lovely wife.
He is.
I want to have a romantic weekend.
He is so full.
Why can't I have a nice weekend? Why do I have to be
like you did anything to plan for this
Oh,
weekend.
I didn't do a thing, and I wouldn't. I wouldn't plan anything. I didn't see anybody helping out. I didn't get one bit of help.
That's right. I did it all.
Sure.
And you told me what a wonderful...
You did it all.
I did.
Now, who do you think paid for all the help that you had there this weekend? And who do you think paid for all the food so that it could be brought in and catered? I didn't do anything, right? I love women.
Oh,
guys don't do anything.
You were having a discussion with Allison.
All right.
She's not all
got
women.
a point. You got a point. Okay. Fair enough. I'll accept that criticism. Look, nobody loves my wife more than me.
That's true.
That's pretty sad. On holidays, I want to be awakened by your lips planted on my you-know-what. I don't want to sit there and hear you instead, I'm awakened by, everybody in the family is here. I have to go feed everyone. I have to run out. I have to go get the food. Who wants to hear that?
You are not awakened by anything. We had the best
I'd like to be awakened by your lips planted on my you-know-what.
Howard.
I would like that. That's how I'd like to be awoken.
If you could be a little kinder and a little more giving.
Allison, there's no more kinder giving. You know what? I'm going to let you watch a movie called Hoop Dreams, where you'll see.
I'd love to see that. You've seen that?
Yes, you'll see.
Oh, I thought we were seeing that together.
No, I don't want to see that with you. I don't want to see it with you. I have it. I have it on tape.
Well, then give it to me already.
I'm not going to give it to you. You don't. You
He's hoarding the movie.
I'll tell you why you're not going to get it. Because I don't have rice cakes, and I don't have.
Well, you're not getting rice.
And I don't have Shiloh Farms bread.
No, the reason.
And I don't have yogurt in my house. When you show me you can do your duties, then you'll have some enjoyment.
The reason those things are coming into the house is that I eat them. Because
I don't get anything. I don't get anything.
I have no interest in getting anything.
No, don't get me. That's all right. Don't do anything. And by the way, enjoy the nail appointments, the massages.
Thank you. I will.
The hair appointments.
Now, why don't you be a little careful of what comes out of your mouth?
Oh, well, what did I say that was wrong?
You have tremendous.
What did I say was wrong?
You're talking about me in a very critical way, and I don't.
Why? Because the kids did not get the phone call to Robin.
Yeah.
And you said you were going to take care of it, so you lied to me.
Oh my God.
Did you lie to me?
No, I didn't lie to you.
Right, did you say to me?
Why you can't do a thing like that?
Did you say to me that you were going to handle the phone call to Robin?
I don't remember. It was a million things going on.
Did you say you were going to call?
Look, Allison, I certainly understand that you had a busy weekend.
Excuse me.
No big deal.
This has nothing to do with you.
I simply wanted to make sure they got
there. This has nothing to do with you.
Robin.
How dare you?
He is obnoxious.
There's no reason for embarrassment or anything
so there was no embarrassment when Robin says to me this morning, oh, by the way, I bought the girls some gifts. Did they get them?
Well, that's your department. You want to bring them home.
Oh, I
that's
see.
Your department.
I see. That's my department.
That's right.
Oh, so when you promised me 3 times Friday night, not once, but 3 times.
Okay, in the midst of...
You forgot.
Chaos.
So you lied to me.
Oh, my God.
Did you lie to me?
You are...
Would you admit that you lied to me?
No, I will not.
You won't admit it, but you know that in a court of law you would be convicted.
I did not lie to you, Howard.
Did you make an oral agreement?
Robin, I can't...
Did you make an oral agreement?
He's just playing now. He knows this is ridiculous.
Well, I don't even like it. It's not...
Yeah, I tell you something. If she were any more relaxed, they would hook her up to a respirator.
Howard, did you see that she had a lot on her plate?
Yes.
Why would you add one more thing?
So she considers it negative that I said that my wife promised me that she would do it. She knew I had to work the next day.
You could take a little responsibility.
All right, I'll take all the responsibility.
Thanks.
You know what, Allison?
Thanks.
I take all the responsibility.
Thank
it's all my fault.
That's right. You could certainly dial a phone to Robin's house. That would have been wonderful. That would have been a fun...
Yeah, that would have been, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
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 But you promised me you'd do it, so I didn't do it. I would have done. You should have said to me, I'm not doing it. You do it. And then it would have been taken care of.
All right, next time I'll be more...
Of course it's not my fault. It's not. It's just not. I'm right.
Of course not. Of course
And you got to admit, tell me who yelled at your brother. It wasn't me.
Oh, I was really annoyed.
When they were eating all our bread up.
I was very annoyed. I admit
It was. I mean, listen, I come into the house, right? And I have like 2 rice cakes left for the week, and I know Allison's not going to go out and buy me my rice cakes.
Well, you know,
so I was like, this is so precious to me. So I made the mistake of eating in front of the family. I try to wait till they leave the kitchen.
Oh.
So I come in to have some yogurt.
Howard, I had no idea you were out of rice cakes.
Listen to that. Yes, you do.
No, I didn't.
But you know exactly when you're out of stuff. Now, anyway, yogurt. I took the yogurt in the dish and I crushed the rice cake over the yogurt, which makes it like a bread kind of thing over the yogurt. Well, my father-in-law sees this.
We heard this already.
No, let me tell it in front of you. No, I want to tell it in front of you, and then I got to go because quickly
I heard it. Because
I have a stripper ready to take her clothes off for me.
Oh, you know what?
Listen to me. Listen to me.
I am. I'm sick of you.
So why are you mad at me? Why are you mad at me? Am I right about this? She knows I'm right.
You are so nasty and critical. And who set you up to be the god of everything? I'm running everything and no help from you.
Because who worked to pay for this? Who worked on Saturday all day to pay for your family's fantastic summer retreat?
Who do you think?
Who do you think paid for all of that? How do you think that happened? She's as naive as children.
My parents are sending a check for the week.
No, I don't want their check. I'll rip it up. I don't take a check from your parents. I never once asked for a check.
Well, they're paying for the weekend.
Since when? When did this happen? Wait a second. My heart.
Well, they were always...
I can't breathe.
They always paid for the party.
The next you're going to tell me your brother-in-law is going to actually say thank... My brother-in-law is going to say thank you to me. Wait a second. I can't breathe.
Oh, you're sickening.
They're as cured as Robin.
So are you. You're sicker than everyone.
Yeah, well, I'm going to tell you something.
Robin, he's sicker than anyone.
Hey, by the way, Allison, I don't want you to call me Howard anymore. I want you to call me Mr. Kellerman. Remember that movie from Dirty Dancing?
I heard the whole rap.
Oh, you heard that all?
I think I'm on the phone with you.
Listen, I'm going to say something to you.
Don't repeat yourself.
Can I say something to you?
Senile.
Can I say something to you? Can I say something to you?
You say a million things to me.
You've got it really too good. That's all.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And you
she
forget.
doesn't have it too good. What are you talking about?
Hey, this is between me and my wife. That I resent. Now, that's wrong. You don't come between... Who are you, Sally Jesse Raphael? I didn't ask for counseling. Wait a second.
Too good is never too good.
I'm talking to my wife.
Robin, the girls love the lockets.
Oh, that's
nice.
I didn't know whether they'd like them or not. I just wanted to make sure, because if they don't like them, they can certainly exchange them.
And I don't want to raise spoiled kids. I don't want to... What?
Yeah,
I don't want to raise spoiled brats who don't say thank you.
Oh, stop it. I know they don't do that.
Believe me, you're not raising anybody.
Robin?
Hi.
Thank you so much for the lockets. They're so nice.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like them.
Deborah and I love them.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, you were supposed to call Robin over the weekend and thank her, but Mommy forgot.
It's not a big deal.
It's no big deal.
What are you going to put in them?
I don't know.
There's pictures of Robin in there, aren't there? Everyone was making jokes. Said, hey, I bet you there's a big picture of Robin in there. Yeah, you were hoping for that.
Oh, no.
She's going to put a picture of her dad in there.
Yeah?
She told me, yeah.
Oh, good. Okay.
When did I tell you that?
Because I'm her boyfriend. All the girls think of me I'm their favorite man.
You're the best man.
Hey, who's the best man on the planet? Your dad, who gets you all these things, right?
Yeah.
Right? Who got you Robin to get you the locket? Exactly. So there you go.
Thanks,
well, I'm glad you like them.
What'd he say? All right.
All right, goodbye. I'm nauseous from you.
You know what?
Some joy and some
You
love.
want to know something?
I will buy you some things, but right now, Howard,
no, here's what I want you to do today. Here's what I need, and I'm being serious. I would like my rice cakes in the house when I come home today.
I probably have them somewhere. He doesn't know where they are.
All right, you go find those. And I want...
This is like the rice cake wars.
And I want my yogurt. And I want a nice thing of yogurt prepared for me. Oh. I want rice cakes. And I'd like a pleasant attitude when I walk in.
Did you give her your list of what it takes to be a good wife?
Yeah.
Oh.
I never heard.
And you lay down on that bed, you spread them and wait for me.
Oh. You know something?
So I can relieve myself from all my worldly tensions. You wait there, my receptacle.
You are
disgusting. Now that's disgusting.
He is disgusting.
Come on.
You know, Howard,
you're my little depository. I love you. No, you.
Well, the bank must be empty.
No, when I come home, seriously, I was watching your father eat those rice cakes, and I said, Jesus Christ. He doesn't eat, the man never ate a rice cake in his life. Did you see he put Fruit Loops on top of it? I went crazy. I said, why is he having diet food with Fruit Loops?
You know something? The next time they come, please leave.
No, I'm not leaving. They love it. And they sit around and discuss what I'm going to say. They do, too. Gary told me the whole time they sit there when I'm upstairs, they discuss what I'm going to say about them. They love it. And you love it. You love me.
Locked out of the house from now on.
And you love me. And you love me.
No.
You're out of love with me? Wait a second. Are you out of love with me now? Is that what you're declaring here on the air?
Not right this moment.
You know I love it. Hey, did we make love on... What day did we make love?
I don't know.
And how good was it for you?
It went in and out of my...
Yeah, that went in and out of your consciousness. She was like, her legs were flapping wildly in the wind. I know how to do it to you, don't I?
That should get you some rice cakes.
Yeah.
If I feel like giving to you, you'll have.
Oh, isn't that sweet?
That's right.
That's her sweet voice on the other end of the phone.
That's right. And stop making fun of my voice. You know that I don't appreciate that.
Right. All right, well, I've got it great, don't I?
Yeah. Well, so do I.
I've given you a bad life.
Oh, my God.
Remember when you were sitting in Yonkers and we couldn't afford a nice place? Did I tell you I would come through for you?
We loved that place.
Yeah, we loved it, all right. You wanted that nice little garden apartment in Mount Vernon, and I couldn't afford it, remember? And I said, someday, honey.
But who made that place so nice?
It was horrible. It was a dump. She didn't make anything nice.
But who? No, the place you have now, who made it so nice?
I did. I paid a construction guy a fortune to build that.
She envisioned.
No, the architect did everything.
Oh, stop it.
Oh, he's unbelievable.
She sits there.
Yeah, right.
Mr. Stern, which swatch would you like? This or this?
Always been an inspiration.
No, she knows exactly who made that house nice.
Yeah.
No.
He knows exactly.
My wife points. I have people come in the house to go, would you like this material or that material? My wife goes, that material. She goes, oh, I made a decision today.
Howard, even you said
no, you know. Hey,
I made a wonderful weekend.
Don't be a wise guy. I had as much to do with that weekend as you did. The reason it came so easy, imagine you had to cook all that food yourself.
Well, actually, yesterday he was complimenting you.
Oh.
Of course I was, but that she doesn't hear.
It seems to
No, that's okay, Allison. That's okay.
It was a wonderful weekend.
Of course it was.
And he was a big part of it.
I was.
And Robin.
I did everything.
The girls loved the lot.
Oh, I just wanted to make sure they got there and that was all right.
So when are you going to have the girls write a thank you note to Robin? How long
they
is that
always
take?
send me thank you notes.
Well, why don't you take some responsibility?
No, I think that's a mother's job.
Oh.
a mother with a lot of free time.
Deborah is writing her school thank you notes right now.
All right. And meanwhile, I had to do the homework with the kids all yesterday.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah, he did great.
Yeah, but nobody...
He's complaining.
No, I'm not complaining, but it makes it sound like I'm not involved.
No,
I worked on a lot of things.
You're terrific.
Notice how I remember everything I do.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
I know. He's so self-sensitive.
Yeah. Well.
It's amazing he even has a family.
The reason I have a beautiful house and my wife points with the same finger that she dials the phone to order the food with. Please order me.
I know how things really got the way they are.
Well, keep dreaming.
Oh, you.
Two of you,
I know exactly
take her
how they
side.
got that way.
Thanks.
She knows.
All right, I got to go talk to the Ivy League stripper. Goodbye. That's my wife, Allison Stern. No, if I cut her finger off,
then everything would
stop because she dials the phone. Trust me, ladies, there isn't a woman on this planet wouldn't like being married to me.
Oh, Howard, I know what she has done for you. She has opened your eyes, given you vision.
Yeah, well, I got to talk to the Ivy League stripper. That's what I want to talk to. That's my next wife. Heidi Matson. Heidi Matson Stern.
Now, that's her real name?
Heidi Matson Stern?
No, stop.
It will be in a few weeks. All right, let me take a break, and then I'm going to be back with Heidi Matson, the Ivy League stripper. Because they ship everything and pack it for you.
Return
no
to
hassle.
The Howard Stern Show.
And Jackie the Joke Man Marlowe, over 350 filthy jokes on CD or cassette for $10 plus $3 shipping and handling. Jokeland special, buy two, get one free. If you call 1-800-323-KING, you get in touch with him. And you can visit Jokeland on the World Wide Web. For jokes and Jokeland internet address, call 516-922-WINE. Remember, 516-922-WINE is not a pay service. And, Robin, here to get naked for us, Gary told me there was a bit of a negotiation because she said, I'm a bit of an artist. I like to take my clothes off slowly to a song. And Gary goes, look, it's radio, honey. Just get naked. But women don't like to just get naked. They somehow think...
They like it to be a presentation.
Yeah, if they get naked slowly, somehow you're not really naked.
It's artistic.
Yeah.
And not vulgar or dirty.
Yeah. Well, she's trying to get a plug for a book, which I don't mind plugging as long as she's naked. Artist schmartist. Whip out the beauties. Anyway, here is Heidi Matson, the woman who had to put herself through college stripping, and she wrote a book. How do you get a book out of that?
I don't know. Yeah, what's in the book?
It seems like a real thick book, too. Hey, Heidi, how you doing? Hi, nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
See, she's real smart. She went to Brown University. Are you still...
What's she major in?
I graduated 92.
Oh, you did? Oh, so now what are you doing? Just being a writer?
Yeah. Stripping some.
You still strip?
Still stripping.
Oh, well, I haven't in the last 6 months. The book business is keeping me busy.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, so Heidi, how do you get a whole book out of stripping? I mean, I could see like maybe a magazine article, but it's a whole book.
Yeah, that's what a lot of publishers say. Well, it's an autobiography, so it brings you through my early experiences, so you understand how I make that jump from Ivy League to stripper.
When are you going to get naked already? Oh. You've been in here 30 seconds and you still have your clothes. You have more clothes on than Jackie.
I'm chilly.
Are you really?
No.
So was it any big deal going?
What did she get on her SATs? I mean, Brown is a pretty...
What'd you get on your SATs?
Fabulous university.
I think it was 700 across the 700.
Wow.
Wow, that's good.
I was valedictorian of my high school class.
No kidding.
Up in Maine.
Oh, anybody can do that. Robin, I could be valedictorian of that class. No kidding, you got 700 and 700, huh? And you got a scholarship to Brown.
Partial, yeah.
So then, how much money did you have to pay a year that you had to make up stripping?
Well, I got an $8,000 scholarship, and it cost about $22,800 the first year. It's up to $28,000 now.
Yeah.
Wow.
And what were you doing before you were stripping? You were probably working in like McDonald's or something.
Oh yeah, I waitressed everywhere I could waitress.
And you could never make enough money.
Of course not. How do you make that kind of money? And,
right.
and you take all those loans. How do you make it after graduation?
So you had no sweat making that money as a stripper.
Yeah.
Wow.
You only had to work a couple of days a week, I'll bet.
Exactly.
How much? So were you nervous when you went into strip, or it was like no big deal because you got a real tight body? I saw the pictures of you in the book. I mean, no problems there.
I was. Thank you.
No wonder you like showing your body. What's your natural cup, or those implants?
Yeah, I paid $3,000 for a 34A.
Oh, you have a 34A? That's a 34A?
Yeah.
Gee, in the book they look much bigger.
Do they?
Yeah, I thought so.
Well, she's an artist.
Well, maybe it's that time of the month.
Is that what it is?
Might have been.
Took the pictures during your period. Would you strip during your period?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
Sure.
Well, what is she supposed to do?
You get that bloat.
Oh.
You don't want it.
Like some guy can tell.
No, Howard, stripping was a really big deal for me because I grew up in Maine. I had that stereotypical image that these people are prostitutes. It's sleaze. I'm going to be sold into white slavery.
All right.
So when I walked in there just to prove to myself that I couldn't do it.
Right.
I figured it would take 2 minutes. I figured 2 minutes, I'd be in there. I'd know, I can't do this. I'm Ivy League. I'm from Maine. I'm a sweet girl. I can't do this.
Yeah, you could go in there and do it. Believe me.
It was like a job interview. It was legitimate business, and I'm a businesswoman.
So is hooking fun? Did you ever?
Where did that come in?
Because if you're a stripper, you hook a little on the side. Once in a while, you do a guy for
that's
some cash.
after you get into the drugs.
You've never done a guy for cash?
No, I haven't.
Oh, come on. Let's be honest now.
I haven't.
Really?
But you've gotten some nice gifts.
You never at the
yes,
strip.
I have.
At the strip club, you never took a guy in the back room and did him?
They don't. No. This club's really sick.
I can't
Providence.
Yeah, I'll give you $200 right now. Get underneath the console.
You know what it is, Howard? These strippers make so much money. Why would they sleep with somebody when they can make $1,000?
Because maybe you want a new car. Guy will give you a car.
See, you know what? That starts cutting into who I am, and that's a compromise. So I'd rather
you've already
just have
compromised plenty. So,
but it felt it was a compromise that didn't hurt me. If it's a compromise that hurts me, then I have to think about it.
All right, let's see your body. Come on, get naked.
Now, when you told your parents
what this?
happened?
Come on,
it's
Heidi.
An interview.
Yeah. Heidi, why do strippers come in here and then get embarrassed to take their clothes off?
I'm not embarrassed.
Oh, you're not?
I'm being respectful to Robin. She asked me a question.
Oh, but stripping is more important. You have to decide what's more important.
Robin or stripping?
You didn't get any rich boyfriends from stripping?
Oh, I could have, but no, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't go? You didn't date any guy who came in there?
You still dated poor guys?
Yeah.
No. My boyfriend is just, he does fine.
What
but he wasn't
do?
from the club.
What does your boyfriend do?
He's an attorney.
Oh, and you never met you at the club?
No, I knew him from before.
Oh, you did?
And he didn't leave you when you became a stripper?
No, he didn't. Actually, when I became a stripper, I was single, but I was friends with this man. And then about 9 months into stripping, we ran into each other again, and he was no longer my attorney. So we were free to have a relationship.
So what do you mean? He was your attorney?
Yes, if you'd read the book, you would know that.
Well, what do we want me to read a book? I got a busy life.
I skimmed yours.
The only book I read was Robin. So you mean to tell me that why did you need an attorney?
Oh, that's from some stuff that happened at Brown.
What happened?
I cut my elbow on a soap dish.
And would you sue?
I sued.
Oh, my
What
God.
soap dish?
Did you? I hope you lost that case.
Yeah, we didn't win.
Good. I mean...
What's a soap dish?
Yeah.
I was taking a shower in the dorms at the end of my freshman year, and I was washing my hair, and I turned, and there was this broken soap dish in the wall, but it had been broken for a couple weeks.
How much did you want for that?
Yeah.
I just wanted my medical bills covered. I didn't have any health insurance, so I asked
you
for
didn't
medical
sue for
bills.
damages and punitives?
No. We asked for medical bills. They, of course, denied, so then the lawyers got involved. It turned into a $1.2 million lawsuit.
1.2. So you're in the shower, and the someone had broken off the shower.
Soap dish.
Yeah, this other girl had been cut.
And what happened? You fell down in the shower?
Well, I cut my elbow
you cut
open,
your elbow
and then
open.
I passed
Did you
out.
see
I crawled
the
around
broken
bloody.
soap dish when you got into the shower?
Oh, yeah.
Well, then you should have stayed out.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Use some common sense, people.
You know what? The world has gone berserk. And until our legislators come in and have some sort of tort reform.
No, I think there's another way.
Yeah, there's got to be another way.
You know, people used to cut their elbows and stuff.
And go home.
No one would even think about... People call contact. They don't call a hospital. They call a lawyer.
If she had a broken soap dish at home and cut herself, she'd bandage it and go on about her business.
$1.2 million. The Band-Aid is 10 cents, so the profit is, what is it? Let's see, $1,999,999.90.
No, seriously, I was just asking for medical bills.
Really?
Yeah, and Brown ended up spending about $80,000.
That's great.
To not give me.
That's really
That's
great.
the most ridiculous thing I ever heard.
I know.
That's great that Brown had to go spend $80,000. You know what? If I was
some
Brown,
other girl's going to have to strip because she can't get a scholarship.
I think Brown should have added the $80,000 onto your tuition. Because that's what basically happens. Everyone's going to have to pay for that. Who do you think pays for that? Who do you think pays the $80,000? You think
It's
Mr. Brown does?
It's a waste of money.
Young lady?
We were just asking for medical bills. We would have settled for
This is the problem in our society. Then the insurance goes up, and then your rates go up, and then all the students will be stripping because they can't afford it.
Well, the problem is not just on my side; it's also on Brown's side because
because they had a broken soap dish.
No, why turn it into such a big deal and spend almost $100,000?
Because they can't do this with everybody because everybody will be doing it.
Everybody would be suing.
Just for medical bills?
Yeah. I mean, if we take your medical bills on, every time somebody walks on a piece of glass, there'll be a problem.
There wouldn't be one soap dish that was fixed in that school. Everybody would be breaking them and cutting themselves.
Well, I think that is the case, actually.
Oh, boy. Oh, that makes me nuts. That's just a pet peeve of mine about our society and what it's become. It's become a society of people feeding off each other.
Yeah.
So I'm nuts about that. Now I don't even want to see you naked. I mean, I'll get over it.
Under those clothes.
You asked what happened when I told my parents. Well, I lied. That's a big part of the book. I didn't tell them for 2 years. And when I did tell them, of course, my mom was extremely upset because she knew I was writing a book and she thought it was the great American novel. And
but wait a minute. I have to understand what they thought you were doing to get this money.
Well, I'd been on my own for a while. I'd had a house cleaning business. I'd been away from home since I was 17. Here I was 23 when I started stripping.
Why were you away from home since 17?
Oh, I went to Brown when I was 17, did my first
She's smart, that's why. She got out of high school probably.
She could leave because she was smart enough.
I started Brown, and after 2 years, I left Brown on a financial
Where were they
leave.
with any financial assistance?
Well, they don't have any money.
I see.
They live in Maine. They're potato farmers. What does your father do?
He's a janitor.
He's a janitor?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's a very nice man.
I'm sure he's a great guy. But can he motivate him properly? Is he a smart guy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But he's not motivated, you're right.
I see.
Yeah, he's happy where he is.
He likes what he's doing.
Yeah.
And Mom?
Mom's a nurse.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, gee, well, you hit the genetic lottery, huh?
Yeah, really.
Great.
So I told my mother, and of course she's very upset because this book that she thinks her daughter's writing, the great American novel, is now the autobiography of her life as a stripper.
Right.
And she decides that she just cannot speak to me or about my book ever again, of course.
Oh, are you kidding?
No, I'm serious.
So you're not talking to your parents anymore?
No, she came around.
Good.
She wrote me a letter explaining all of her emotions. She must have read a self-help book. I feel betrayed because, I feel angry because, all through that. And then she said, well, you're not really hurting anybody, and you're being independent, which is what I taught you to do.
And you've already done it. You were done.
Well, I was still doing it. And she says...
This is a weird dynamic. She won't look at me. She'll only look at you and answer your questions.
She's asking me questions. I'll talk to you.
Yeah, listen, no offense. Robin and you are fascinating together, but I really just want to see you naked. I don't really care about your mom and your dynamic.
I'm talking to Robin.
I know. I mean, no offense. I mean, that's a good show, but maybe that's more appropriate for public affairs broadcasting. I'm sitting here observing this going, wait a second, no one cares. A janitor, a nurse.
I'm just seeing how long I can keep her inner clothes.
Unbutton your blouse, baby.
Buttons.
No buttons. All right, now let me ask you this. So, in other words, just to sum up this fascinating story, you are this smart girl who takes off her clothes to make money, and you made a lot of money stripping.
Is your father still around?
Yeah.
Oh, he is.
Because you didn't say anything about him and his reaction.
Yeah. He killed himself last week.
No, actually, he's a Mainer through and through. He was at first he didn't hear me. His hearing is bad,
right?
And so I had to repeat it a second time. And
this sounds like your book, Robin. Yeah.
And he says, "Oh, is that all? Could be something worse." And then he goes into war story mode about the Navy days. He used to be in the Navy. He's like, "Oh, Heidi, I've been around the world. I've seen all those places."
Yeah, I guess I got 3 daughters. I wouldn't want to know they were stripping.
Yeah, you just changed the subject.
Yeah, I was like, I've been in the war. Well, are you going to get naked now?
I don't know. You're going to ask me next.
Yeah, please. Would you get naked?
Sure.
Oh, great. Once you're nude, you can talk to Robin all you want.
To strip? I mean, did you?
Didn't.
No, excuse me. Hold it. I don't care. I want to see you naked.
Well,
once you're nude, you can answer any question Robin's that you want.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Actually, I have something for Robin.
Oh, do you really? Good. During the commercial. During the commercial. I don't want you to give it to her now.
All right.
All right, good.
Am I stripping with headphones on?
It's up to you.
Well, how do the other strippers do it?
They usually take their headphones off, but that doesn't mean that you can't innovate. All right, let me see. Go ahead. Oh, wow, this is good. Oh, she's pissed off at me. All right, wait, get the microphone closer.
I don't know what's going on here.
I'm not pissed off.
Well, you're very conservatively dressed for a stripper.
She's a businesswoman.
Yeah, she's a stripper. I mean, she's a businesswoman.
That's what she said.
Well, she's getting something cool. Handcuffs?
Have you read the book, Howard?
No, I haven't.
Well, then you're missing some vital information.
Why? What do you do?
I'm the kinky cop.
Yeah?
Yeah?
And what's that involve?
Well,
now you're talking.
When boys are bad.
There's something wrong with a smart stripper.
They get handcuffed.
Wow, nice body. Yeah. Oh, I'll get handcuffed?
If you're bad.
Oh, I'd be bad.
Yeah? You're doing pretty good right now, I think.
Nice body on you.
Thank you.
Suddenly, who cares that you went to Brown? What happens next?
I'm waiting for you to be bad.
Oh, well, what am I supposed to do? How come everything involves
Howard?
me?
Yes,
you're a stripper. I'm a guy.
Out this puzzle. It's another SAT.
You know what this reminds me of? Like Tony and Tina's wedding. I'm supposed to somehow interact with the stripper. I just want to see you naked.
To me, it seems like a test.
You're not naked. What about your pants?
Oh, I'm not prepared for that.
You're not taking off your pants?
Well, I might not have any underwear on. I didn't realize
well,
it was going that far.
But come on.
He put his paper down. All right.
You're a stripper. Let's see. Yeah, the belt's off. Good. Go ahead, yes. Yeah, nice body on this girl.
Well, she doesn't have breasts. She's got to have a butt, right?
Right. Yeah. Come on, take the pants off, baby.
Oh, here he goes. Whenever he gets that voice.
I got my love voice on. Yeah, now we're having a show. Mind all them questions. Take them pants off. Nice ass on you. Woo. Yeah, well, I mean, get the... Come on, keep... Wow. Hubba. Come on, take your pants down.
You got a bag, Howard.
No, I don't have to beg. Come on.
Oh, I think you do.
Come on, I'll plug your book and everything. Let's just go. Don't drag it out. These girls don't understand. I'm on the radio. Nobody cares if you drag it out. Oh, no, that's an ass. She's good. Nice ass. Nice body. Here, pull it down. Let me see. Pull down. Let me see your legs.
No, legs aren't so good.
They're great. Wow. She's good. Okay.
What happened?
Howard?
She pulled her pants down and put it back up.
She mooned you.
She mooned me. I've seen more on Jackie.
Well, you and Jackie are closer.
And what happened? You don't take your top off?
Yeah, I do. I'm waiting for you to be bad, though.
I'll be bad. I mean, tell me what to do. What do I mean, be bad? What does that mean, be bad?
I don't know. Maybe you could,
Yeah. Give me a suggestion. I mean, what do you want me to go over there and rape you? I'll be up on charges. Assume it. She's real smart, but she's goofy.
I don't know.
What do you mean you're waiting for me to be bad?
Well...
Oh, I see what you mean. Like put you on my lap or something?
Yeah.
Oh, all right, come on over. Oh, I see. She wants a little,
See, you're flunking the test.
I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to read her mind. Here, come here, baby. Come here. Let's get bad. Here.
To the wrist.
Come on, what do you want? What do you want? Ow, easy. Ow. She just hurt my wrist.
Here we
No,
go.
wait a second.
Sure you didn't like it?
Already.
Do it gentle,
I'd
please.
like to just see your eyes, actually.
All right. Oh, now
He
I'm
wears
handcuffed.
sunglasses on his radio
Yeah,
show.
come
What
on,
is
baby.
that all about?
Ow. Why do I let people hurt me on this show?
Yeah, in handcuffs.
Yeah, and I can't move my arm. I'm going to sue you, I swear to God. Ow.
There, we're all set.
Okay,
I just wanted
yeah.
to give you a kiss and a thank you. I think you're great. Okay.
Now
all right.
Giving her
So you told me to get bad. All right, now undo the lock.
Oh, I didn't bring a key.
She is really annoying me. Really annoying. All right, anyway, listen, the name of the book is... I'm throwing her out.
Well, I really want to know, how did she become the naughty cop or whatever she is?
Hey, she didn't take her top off. Who cares? Hey, can you really seriously remove these? Because they are... Oh, whoa, the top came off. Forget about my wrist. Oh, jeez. Wow, nice chest. This might be age, but they're really perky.
Thank you.
Man, what I do to you.
What would you do to me?
I do a lot of stuff to you. Do a lot of stuff to that hot young body, make it feel good. And if you get rid of these handcuffs, because my fingers are turning blue.
Look at you. You're a mess.
So she slaps them on, and what it is, you have nerves in your wrist.
Yes, you put them on too tight?
Yeah, and I'm really uncomfortable.
Blood.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really uncomfortable, and I don't feel like being in pain for weeks over this. Man, what I do to you. Thank you. First, I get you implants.
She's fine, just the way she is.
I like it. I actually like your chest. I don't care if it's like A. As long as it's perky and doesn't sag. Thank you.
Thanks, Howard.
Yeah, thank you. Very nice.
Robin, I did the Kinky Cop show because it was very boring to walk around in a sequined gown pretending I was some beauty queen night after night. It was a lot more fun to take on some sort of personality and abuse people.
Nice muscles in your body. What do you work out or something at a gym?
Just a little.
Yeah, nice bod.
Thanks, Howard.
You look great with your clothes off.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, you look pretty nice yourself. Do you still have the same body?
Yep, I sure do, honey. I have a lot better body. I'll show you my ass. You want to see my ass?
You want to get scared?
Come here, honey.
That's what I really want.
Hey, you showed me yours. I'll show you mine.
Don't lie.
I can't believe it.
I want a real reaction.
Get over here. I'll let you squeeze it. Come here. You want to feel something nice? Let me just flex it.
Are you really flexing?
How's that? Come on, feel that. Squeeze it.
It's better than Fart Man.
Yeah,
it
sure is.
You were a little saggy in some of those.
No, I'm all tight now.
She's not telling the truth.
Yeah.
And how about the chest?
Beautiful.
I'm a chest woman myself.
Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
How's that? Good?
You have a bulge, too. It's
Oh, yeah. I'm huge.
That's not what you say.
See, I don't mind showing the girls when they get naked like that. You cheat on your boyfriend?
No.
No? Too bad.
That was a long answer.
I'd take you to a hotel tonight if you want to. We could get into it a little bit.
I doubt that.
Okay, fine. My wife and I have an open marriage. All right.
Uh-huh.
The book is called Ivy League Stripper. It's the story of Heidi Matson. So she has to lie to her family and everything, and she becomes an actual stripper to put herself through Brown University. And there's even pictures in there of her naked.
And there's a story about X-Ray Man, same as you have in your book. Guys putting things up there.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
We have a few things in common.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, evidently.
Yeah, he was actually the only guy I knew that got kicked out during a day shift for causing trouble.
You got a lot in common. We have the same size chest. Look at that. Very nice. Very nice. I like a girl's... Robin, I wish you'd do the whole show like the way Heidi is now.
Well,
Heidi's sitting here in her pants and just her shirt off.
Some days wishes may come true.
I bet you Robin would... You're large, right?
Yes.
She'd move around a lot. For me, it's very simple. Nothing's...
Right. Yeah. Well, Robin was a stripper for a while, if you read her book.
Right.
She was there.
She just thought about it.
Well, she was almost
I
in
did
there.
the audition, and in 10 minutes, I was convinced there was nothing for me to do.
Lucky some other stuff happened to you, or else you wouldn't have had a book. Ivy League stripper Heidi Matson, the story of a woman who obviously had to take her clothes off in order to make money. You can pick it up in your bookstores now. How long has it been out?
4 weeks.
4 weeks, so it's a brand new book.
Are you saying you had to take your clothes off to make money?
Of course not. No, it was my choice.
It was her
Put it in
choice.
a waitress, I
She
could've
loves
done
it, and she's
anything
still doing it, so what do you think?
Yeah, that's
it was a great job, great money, never boring.
And your mother does not talk to you?
No, she came around.
Oh, she does?
She wrote me that letter, and she wrapped it up by saying, so who's going to play you in the movie?
I see.
I knew she was okay then. She's business-minded as well. Do you see what they're putting in your books at Barnes & Noble?
No.
Yeah, somebody's walking around doing that.
Wow, let's see.
Yeah, I thought you'd be interested.
What happened? You went to buy my book in Barnes & Noble?
What did it say?
It says,
no.
stupid racist a-hole in my book.
Are you kidding?
I didn't even see it. I was a couple of hours into it, and I opened it up and found that in
You
there.
didn't write that yourself?
The people at Barnes & Noble are
They're so wonderful.
They're actually slipping in my book, Stupid Racist A-Hole. That's got to be that Spanish stuff again.
What is that?
It's a Barnes & Noble flyer.
It's a flyer.
Wow.
I think it's probably just somebody coming in and slipping them in, because they
Probably.
seemed very positive about both of you, actually, when I was in there.
Yeah, no, of course they are. And the point is, this seems to me like more like Spanish people who don't listen to the show, who now all of a sudden, I'm like Mr. Anti-Spanish.
Yeah.
I love this role I've been put in.
They call you Howard?
Yeah, well, Howard. Like, I don't know, it's like really kooky. Oh, that's really nice that that's in the book.
Amazing.
Oh, Howard, I wanted to know,
Yeah.
did you ever figure out that bondage thing?
What bondage thing?
Well, you mentioned you tried bondage and it just didn't work out. It hurt.
No, my wife didn't like it.
Oh.
I'm into it.
Oh, so it works for you.
Yeah.
Why don't you let her tie you up?
I did. It hurt.
You complained
It's supposed to, Howard.
Yeah, I know. Well,
I also tried bondage a couple of years ago.
is it in your book?
No, it's not, actually.
Oh, that'll be the second book.
You
Yeah,
tried
it'll be in the
bondage
second book.
with the lawyer?
No, actually with an earlier boyfriend at college.
Uh-huh.
And,
He tied you up?
yeah, well, I thought that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
And I asked for it, and all we had around to deliver this was electrical extension cords.
Yeah.
Which are actually very painful once they start rubbing against your skin. They heat up and rub and give you little burns. It really wasn't a good time. But I figured it out, and if you want some pointers, after the show, I could maybe draw a few diagrams.
Oh, I thought you wanted to tie me up. Well, anyway, Heidi, good luck with your book. Heidi Matson, the Ivy League stripper. Thanks for getting naked for us. I truly appreciate that very much. Believe me, I needed it.
You're quite welcome.
And we'll be back right after these words.
We're back. Stern Show.
I gotta get in a band. I gotta get a band together. Who is that? I want to get in that band.
That band there? Could be Pearl Jam. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I gotta join that band. I got the guy who got thrown out of Pearl Jam, the drummer.
Yeah.
Dave Abruzzi. I got his home phone number.
What are you doing with that?
Well, when I was up in Arizona, is that up or down?
Over.
When I was over in Arizona,
Out there.
I met the guy Shields from Shields and Yarnell, Robert Shields.
That's right, yes.
And he's friends with him, and he gave me his number. He says, call him up because he'll bitch about being kicked out of Pearl Jam.
I don't blame him.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you be upset?
Yeah, I got it sitting in my house, so I haven't called it yet.
Oh. I was just reading something about a guy who used to play piano with Ringo Starr,
Oh, yeah?
and they both were asked to join the Beatles. Ringo said yes, that guy said no.
How many guys are around with hard luck stories about the Beatles?
And he can hardly make ends meet and is
Yeah.
unemployed.
Yeah, and Ringo's married to his third wife and having the time of his life.
Yes.
That's great. Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, I got to find out that guy's name because he's another one, I guess, jumping on that
Pete Best thing.
Pete Best bandwagon.
Yeah. Yeah, I could have been in the Beatles. I decided to, mellow out a little bit.
I want to do it on my own.
Yeah, I want to be a solo artist. I play cocktail lounges now. I couldn't live with myself if I had rejected the Beatles. I would just, I'd just kill myself. I couldn't live with that. I would kill myself. Wouldn't you kill yourself? I would. I rejected the Beatles.
They asked me to join, and I said no.
Hey, how you doing, John? What's happening?
Hello.
You want me to be in your band?
I don't need you.
No, thanks for playing along. Okay, good.
I can't.
I said, you want me to be in your band?
Sure, I'd love you to be in the band.
You would?
I'd love
I don't want to do it.
Oh, Jesus.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back to school. I'm going to try and get a degree.
Can I get Barry Sheck? He looks like Beatlemania.
All right, thanks. Really glad I called on you. Can you cut down to 2 days a week?
Yeah.
All right,
oh, jeez.
Barry Sheck. Billy's been in here all morning screaming how Barry Sheck looks like one of the Beatles, but he doesn't realize the audience hasn't been in on that.
What the hell's that? Yeah, I didn't know. I never heard that reference.
If he wasn't a lawyer, he would have been in Beatlemania.
Oh, please, no one's buying that present. That, man.
Which Beatles?
All of them, any of them.
Did you notice none of us were laughing at that during the commercial? Take a hint.
I just
Billy was selling it anyway.
Yeah. Oh, man. All right. I'm taking these oil pills. I feel like I got to go to the bathroom.
Oil pills?
Yeah. There's some. My cousin Richie sent them to me from Florida.
What kind of oil are you taking?
I don't know. It just says oils. It's different oils. So I'm taking it. And, man, you got to go to the bathroom every 5 minutes. But it's good. It's juicy, yeah. That's why I think that girl, when she squeezed my butt,
that's right.
I think you were moist.
I think she struck oil.
Have you got the bottle? I want to see these oil pills.
I'll bring them in tomorrow.
Now, has your eye been better? Is that what you're taking them?
I guess. I kind of thought that, yeah.
Brown University.
Yeah. She went to Brown University in my underpants.
She saw Brown again.
Yeah.
Kids in college.
Anyway, there's a lot of cool stuff we could do. We could call Captain Janks.
What's he up to?
You know that show, the Charles Perez Show?
Yeah.
He, him and Kenneth Keith Kallenbach called the Charles Perez Show and said, I don't know, said they were having like sex with their sisters or something.
Yeah.
And they actually got booked on the show, and then they were on the show, and then they got thrown off the show, and then...
They made it on?
Yeah. But, so he did that. We could call him about that. Or
Charles Perez is another one of these talk shows.
Yeah. Or we could finish the rest of the tape of me when I was in Westchester as a disc jockey.
Still going. Okay.
We can call that girl Donna who sent us the tape, who would never have sex with me.
Well, we'll find out if you just missed the signal or
no, I didn't miss
really
anything.
Wasn't interested.
No.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Have we ever spoken to anyone who missed the signal?
We could read more letters from prisoners to Robin. Since Robin wrote her book, I mean, Robin always got letters from prisoners from being on the radio, but her exposure through the book has been greater. And now, like, guys from Arkansas State Prison.
Guys who can't even listen to the show
Yeah.
in prison are writing me letters.
Yeah, somehow they ended up with the book. And Robin left specific word with the publisher, no book sent to prisoners.
No, actually what it was, you know, they get newspapers.
Yeah.
And they've read articles.
Oh, I
and
see.
then they respond.
Yeah, newspapers are dangerous.
Can you buy new books in prison?
No.
No, because I've had other prisoners request books. You know, you can send it to them.
Yeah.
But,
But a
they
newspaper,
can't get one themselves. What?
somehow, you know, people in prison are entitled to read newspapers.
Yeah,
Why,
they
I don't know.
have to be kept up to date
Yeah.
on what's going on the outside.
It's real important that they know what's going on.
When those guys get newspapers, if there's like a thing about a prison riot, do they cut that out of the paper or do they let them read that?
No, they let them read it, I guess.
I don't know what they do, but it is interesting. I wonder what else they're doing in prison because all the prisoners seem to write similar letters.
Yeah, I know. It's almost like they get together and write the same letter.
Yeah, everybody is incarcerated.
Yeah.
Nobody's in jail, in prison.
Everybody's
doing
innocent.
time. Everybody's incarcerated.
And framed.
Yeah. It's real funny to watch guys who can barely write a love letter to a woman they don't know. Well, that's what those guys do all day. They write letters and stuff and hope somebody will
Why not?
get caught up in their thing. Who's on the phone?
If you were going to do the Captain Janks thing, I had it.
Yeah, okay. I'll get it. I'll go to him. Captain Janks.
Green, I've got to take a telephone call. I am told that you're a vice principal, ma'am or sir?
No, Howard Stern ruled.
Oh, okay. Unfortunately, that wasn't a realistic call.
Good morning, Howard.
Hi.
How you doing?
Captain Janks was the guy who makes all the phony phone calls to Larry King and all the various talk shows.
Yeah.
So what happened? You and Kenneth Keith Kallenbach got booked on the Charles Perez show.
Yeah, Howard. It was a very unfortunate accident what happened. I saw that Charles Perez was doing a show on a certain topic, so I called in.
What was the topic?
The topic was people that suspected their spouses of leading double lives.
Okay, so you guys called in and said you think your spouse is leading a double life.
Yeah.
All right,
only I wanted to make the premise outrageous, so I told him that me and Kenneth Keith were, you know, a couple.
Oh, you were gay lovers, and you thought that he was cheating on you.
Right.
Oh.
Wow.
Interesting.
So
there is a certain point where this starts to get embarrassing, Howard.
Why?
Well, I'm just saying because it's like, you know, it was a very awkward situation to begin with when we went in there.
And they all thought you were gay.
Yeah, we had to play the part, you know.
Right. Were you guys hugging and stuff?
Holding hands?
No, we didn't do that. But that's, you know, that may be, you know.
It was just weird having everyone look at you as a gay couple.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially, you know, look at the gay guy you get, Kenneth Keith.
This is your catch.
Yeah. That guy's a mess. That's the guy who used to blow smoke out of his eyes on our old TV show.
Yeah, well, then we got his girlfriend, his real girlfriend,
Yeah.
to play the part of the person who we said, you know, that he was cheating with.
That girl from Chicago.
Right, yeah, Rebecca.
Yeah.
So, you know, we all hooked ourselves up on the show, and we all had our names changed, you know, for the Chiron when they flashed it up on the screen.
So when they brought you in for the actual day of the show, what, do they drive you in a limo?
Yeah, a limo driver came and picked us up from, you know, my front door. Kenneth Keith and Rebecca came over here.
So they pick you up, and then when you get there, they must treat you like gold because they don't want to lose the show for the day.
Actually, Howard, no, not at all.
Really?
When we got there, the limo driver took us right into, the CBS building. And we met right there with the producer of the show. And they took us right up to a green room. We were like, yeah, well, we wanted to go out and get some lunch. We got there like 12 o'clock. Taping wasn't until 4. They expected us to sit in the green room for 4 hours.
Wow. So you guys...
When we wanted to go out, they had a real attitude with it.
Yeah, because they don't want to lose you. But meanwhile, I mean, those shows are weird. They don't even give you a lunch. Oprah Winfrey says she's upset by the other talk show hosts.
Yeah.
She does the same damn crap. What the hell is she kidding? What, she's better than them?
I couldn't believe what's happening.
Yeah, like she didn't have any of those topics.
She spawned all of that.
Yeah, she didn't ruin anybody's life. So you go up there, and so you end up waiting the 4 hours. Or
right. Well, what we did was we insisted that we go out.
Right.
So they sent one of their associate producers with us to go to a bar across the street, and we had a couple beers.
I see. Did they pay for it?
No, we paid for it. But they just sent this producer with us so that they would make sure that we didn't leave.
Right. Okay. So then you get all together. Nobody, I guess, recognizes you because who would recognize you?
Well, we all went in with Kenneth Keith. He was on the Channel 9 show a lot, and he does get recognized a lot.
Right.
For me, it was a little bit easier. But if we just put on dark sunglasses and put a cap on, then chances are nobody would recognize me.
Did you ask for a disguise?
Yes. In fact, that was one of the first things that we insisted upon was disguise. And they
always on those shows give you a real bad disguise. It's just like sunglasses.
Yeah, they had like a box full of stuff, Howard.
Yeah. And who wants to wear the disguise that like some child murderer wore the day before?
Right. You don't know whose head was in that wig you might put on.
Child murderers with AIDS today on our show, but they're in disguise. And tomorrow, Captain Jenks in disguise. We're in the same disguise.
Yeah.
So anyway, to me, if I had a show, I was going to put someone in disguise. I'd give them a bozo nose and red hair.
Or, like we used to, the Lecter mask,
yeah.
The hockey mask of Michael Myers, something.
We had a guy on our old TV show who had his penis enlarged and he didn't want people to know his face. We put him in the mask, the same mask from Silence of the Lambs that guy Hannibal Lecter wore.
Yeah.
And it was the big metal teeth. It was really funny. And then the other one requested a blue dot, so we had Gary walk around with a blue piece of paper and put it over the guy's face the whole time.
So you're going to have fun with it.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Those were good shows. Too bad Channel 9 didn't understand what I was up to. They didn't understand my magic. They just wanted me to keep producing shows at an incredible rate, so I had to leave.
They didn't understand that took time.
Yeah. An artist needs time to create. So, anyway, so you get to the Charles Perez show, and then you get on the show, and what happens?
Well, finally we went out there. It was like the moment of truth, and as soon as they had us out on the stage, we went out within they kept us all separated in the green room.
Yeah.
They wouldn't let us talk to each other.
Right.
Right. So we waited for the duration of the show, and we watched it on the monitor. They didn't put us out there until 5 minutes before the show was over.
Really?
I suspected they suspected something at that point.
Okay.
So as soon as we went out on the stage, it was like rush. Charles Perez comes up, and he comes out of break. And he comes up, and he comes right up to us, and he starts addressing us. He's like, well, CJ, tell me about this, and we're all doing our best to put on a good act.
Right.
Now...
Had you worked out your story?
What's that?
Did you work out a story?
Oh, yeah. Well, we really went in there with no plan.
Oh, you did?
We didn't know what we were going to say.
And did you guys talk like gay guys?
Well, it's like, you know how Kenneth Keith sounds.
Right.
Well, he's doing all that stuff up there, and I mean, I knew it was only a matter of time.
Right.
Before they recognized.
Because he's like going, yeah.
So it wound up to me saying something to the effect of, yeah, well, Charles, I caught, her popping pimples in his back in my bedroom one time.
Right.
And at that moment, Charles Perez just went, his face went from like a smile to the point where I'm sure that Charles Perez recognized Kenneth Keith.
Right.
And he just said, we're going to go to break, we'll be right back. So they escorted us off the stage.
I mean, right there, they escort you off the stage.
Yeah, Charles Perez went right into break, and they escorted us off stage. Because, see, this show is taped. It's not live.
Right.
So we planned on going through the entire broadcast without letting them know in on the joke until it aired.
Right. So, but they figured it out.
Right.
So
I think they did, yes, from the start.
So when they haul you out of there, they let you at least get a ride back with the limo?
Well, that's where the problem started.
What happened?
Well, they escorted us to the front door, and the limo driver picked us up, and he drove us, through, out of New York, through the tunnel. As soon as we got through the tunnel, we heard his beeper go off. He has the limo driver's beeper.
Yeah.
So he pulls over to the first rest stop coming out of the tunnel.
Yeah.
You know, he pulls in there and he goes in to use the phone. And me and Kenneth Keith and Rebecca are sitting out in the limo. We're like, what the hell is he getting pulled over for? We kind of suspected something at that point.
Yeah.
So I go in to the Roy Rogers where he's using the phone, and I look at him. And I go up through the line, and I get myself something to drink or whatever. I'm walking out. And as I'm walking, like, paying for my food, the next thing I know, I feel a bunch of people grab me, throw me up against the wall, you know?
Yeah.
And like, pat me down and frisk me. I turn around, and they swung me around as, like, 3 or 4 cops there.
Wait a second. Charles Perez called the cops?
Well, this is what I'm getting to. This is what happened to us. I got cuffed up.
Yeah.
They basically hog-tied me.
For what reason?
Well, the cops, after, you know, they got us outside, they told us that the reason that they were doing this was because they said that CBS had called them and told them that we'd stolen credit cards and that we were armed and dangerous. That's what the cops told us.
Oh, no kidding. So, in other words, someone from that organization called up and figured they'd scam you by calling the cops. But meanwhile, isn't that against the law to file a false report with the police?
Well, that's what I would think.
Yeah.
I mean,
you can't just send cops out on a...
Well, wait a minute. Well, you weren't charged with anything.
No, but he was pulled over under suspicion.
There was a lot of cops there, Howard. I'm talking 5 or 6 cars from different districts, state troopers, New Jersey, you know, police.
So do you think that this is speculation on your part, you can't prove it, but do you think, obviously someone must have called up and, who else would have known the limo driver's beeper number and stuff?
Well, after the cop gave us all, you know, the information on what happened, what they believe happened, after they gave us the rundown, the pat down,
yeah,
they separated us, they asked us all our separate stories.
Yeah.
Then they had realized that, you know, this was probably false because we didn't have any weapons on us.
Right, and they had scammed the cops.
Yeah, just picture us walking around. Do we look like that threatening?
Yeah. Well, Kenneth Keith does.
Don't ask that question.
Well, the cops, you know, they figured that they had been taken at that point, and they told us.
Well, did the limo wait for you?
No, well, the limo driver was the one who called the cops. Apparently, he was beat by CBS or something. That's what I suspect happened.
I see. Well, somebody beat. Who knows who called who?
Right. Well, I'm just saying the cops told us that CBS had called and told them that we'd stolen credit cards and that we were armed and dangerous. That's what they told us.
But isn't that filing a false?
The problem is you got to find out who did it.
Yeah. Well, obviously it was someone from the Charles Perez show. It has to be. Who else would know the beeper number?
Yeah, but was it a show thing or was it an individual thing? Again, you get into that kind of situation. And who made the call?
I admit they deserved a little yanking around, but
that could have worked out very badly. All Kenneth Keith and Captain Jenks were doing was, you know, telling a few lies on TV.
Yeah,
like a lot of people do.
They're wasting the taxpayers' money and endangering people's lives.
Yeah.
Hey, Robin.
Mm-hmm.
It gets worse at this point.
Uh-oh.
What could be worse than this?
Well, the limo driver, he says he refuses to drive us back.
Can you blame him?
Well, at this point the cops were feeling probably pretty bad for us.
Right.
So, the one cop, they were all cool to us after they'd realized that they'd been had.
Right.
And then the one New Jersey state trooper cop, he's like, well, look, I'll drive you guys over to Newark Penn Station and, you guys can get on the train and go home. So we were like, oh, that's cool. Well, at least it's a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
So we get there and, we get on the train. And as we're heading out, we're all freaked out by it. We're all talking about it. And there was a guy there who was listening to all this. And he was a big Stern fan. He's a big fan of yours.
Yeah.
And he picked up on it. And he's like talking to us, and we're throwing him in on the story, and he was real cool to us. This guy's named Tim. He got off at the next stop, which where his car was, and he drove us all the way home.
So that gets better, not worse.
Well, yeah. Well, the point that the limo driver left is worse.
Well, I see. All right. Well, there you go. There's a day. Now, mind you, Captain Jenks, this is his whole life.
If he had a job, he couldn't get into this kind of trouble.
Imagine this. You had this much free time to go do stuff like this. And you have no...
Kenneth Keith expect to continue a scam when he's doing his usual shtick?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, everybody was shooting their heads in his direction when he was
Yeah.
Of course he's going to get recognized.
I'll tell you, though, I never have a dull moment.
Well, the point is that don't you even get a little bit embarrassed, when you go in and you're posing as a homosexual, and you're.
It was funny. They crammed us all in these rooms and I was in a room with a bunch of people who were getting ready to tell their spouses for the first time that they were leading double lives.
I got to admit that's the full extension of the phony phone call. Now going on these shows and being a phony guest.
True. That's got to be a coup. Now you got to really do it, James.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You actually failed as a homo. All right, very good, Captain Jenks. Thanks for sharing your fascinating story with us.
Okay, let's go to North Wales and Bill. Hi, Bill. How are you?
Hello, Frank.
Hi.
And hello, Mary.
Hello, Bill.
Yes, my question deals with, I'm in my car right now. I'm headed down towards a restaurant. I'm trying to find a nice Cajun restaurant to go to around the area.
Okay. A good Cajun...
In an accident?
Are you all right?
Bill?
Bill?
Oh, dear, that sounded terrible.
Oh, boy. Well, we'll hope that he calls back, all right?
Yes.
I'm sure he's all right. I got my fingers crossed. That was a little bit scary. Okay, let's go to Irene in Warrington. Hi, Irene.
Keep on with the show.
Yeah. Well, what are they going to do?
Love that. That's one of my favorite phony phone calls.
I've never heard that before.
You haven't?
No.
Oh, that's a great one.
I never heard that before. I don't even know what that is. All right, we'll be back right after these words. I got to get in a band. I'm really tired of being a disc jockey. I want to start creating music. It's my next thing.
I thought bands were like a kid thing.
Yeah, well, look at me. I got the mind of a 5-year-old.
Well, now it means you're going to have to learn an instrument.
You know why I'm getting into more hot water on the radio? I realized it. Because, like, all these talk show guys now are getting, radio. I have built radio into a very prominent medium now.
Yes, radio is something you pay attention to.
Yeah, now the problem is people aren't treating me as a goofball anymore. They're treating me like Rush Limbaugh, like what I say matters.
Yes. They don't get the fine distinction.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's weird. But this Superman, Christopher Reeve, why...
He's no Superman.
Yeah, I tell you, why he certainly is no Superman. Why... It's always embarrassing when you have a role like Superman and then you do something mortal.
Yeah.
Like get thrown from a horse.
You're not supposed to have that happen.
Right.
That should have been a part of his contract, that he couldn't go out and do all these wacky things.
Well, I was surprised to read, as I'm following this Superman story, because I'm fascinated with anything Superman.
Even the people who play him.
Well, I was fascinated by that fat guy who played him on TV and shot himself in the head with a bullet.
There's still people who believe that was a murder.
I know, Fred is one of them. And I got to tell you something. It's funny. Like, you read in the paper. No, not that kind of funny, but it's odd funny that this guy was into not just horse, not like taking a horse out for a ride.
No, not for a nice, comfortable, relaxing ride.
He was doing Olympic-style steeplechase riding, which is considered one of the most dangerous sports in the world.
Well, that's what I was telling you yesterday when I was reporting the story. It was that jumping competition.
Yeah, but when I picture jumping, like I see some of these horseback riders out on Long Island, they jump over a little log.
Yeah, in fact, what they do half the time is they don't even put it up into both posts. They have it in one side and down on the ground.
I got to tell you something. A horse. I know a little something about animals. I'm not an expert, so. A horse, I've seen them train horses. I go over, there's an equestrian college near my house.
Mm-hmm.
I watch them train the horses. And I got to tell you, a lot of people don't know that about me.
He is so
I do. I'm a worldly man.
Equestrian college is near his house.
Yeah. What did I call it?
You said equestrian college.
Yeah, it is. So I went over. I went over and I'm watching them train the horses. These horses, McDonald's you get a better job when you graduate. Equestrian college. Can you imagine? Your kid goes to equestrian college, 4-year college.
Yeah.
Son, what did you learn? I ride wicked horseback. I can ride bareback.
What can you do with that?
Your son, Tonto, learned that when he was 5.
I can ride side saddle, Dad.
Great. Good. Glad you wasted all my money.
I can get up on a horse without that little stool.
Yeah, Dad, I can ride to your bank and borrow more money from you for the rest of my life.
Dad, you know how much it costs to keep a horse?
Yeah, a horse, and I like these people go riding. There's nowhere to ride these horses. There's just nowhere because man has created roadways and all kinds of things. And these people still insist on riding these horses. They're completely spooked by the cars.
Well, not only that, most of the time the horse is in a little ring because there's no place to ride him.
So anyway, this Superman, his sport is steeplechase riding.
Yeah.
But you got to say, what the hell is the guy doing? I mean, it's not like he's going to make his living off of that.
But he's got to, not only does he have to do it, he has to do it at Olympic competition level.
Yeah. And the guy's a big guy. I mean, a horse can't be pleased. I go over to this equestrian college. I watch them train the horses for jumping.
Yeah.
These horses don't want to jump. This is not something they're meant to do. If you ever seen a horse run, they run. They don't jump over anything.
Have you ever seen a pack of horses
jumping
fences? No.
So they train these horses, these 3,000-pound horses that have ankles the size of pins, to jump up, and the horse, they say, got spooked and threw Superman. Let me tell you something. Of course the horse got spooked. First of all, the horse sees this 500-pound Superman. This guy's a big guy. He looks like a football player.
But that's the whole point. That's why it's a competition.
Yeah.
The horse doesn't want to do it.
You could make a great phony phone call to the hospital. You call up, you go like this. You go, hello, I'm calling about Christopher Reeve and his health. The nurse goes, yes, well, we can't release anything until family. You go, no, I'm his father. I'm Kal-El. And then they go, well, what do you mean Kal-El? Are you Kal-El Reeves? I go, yes, my name is Kal-El. I'm from the planet Krypton. Christopher was adopted at a very young age.
By, what was the family name? The Clark family?
By the Kent family.
Oh, the Kent.
Mom and Pa Kent found him in a cornfield, and I am his biological father, and he thought I was dead, but I've been in the Phantom Zone. And his mother's very worried about him. And that's it. Oh, actually, Jor-El is the father, isn't it? No. Yeah, Kal-El is Superman.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I couldn't remember.
Can't remember. I always get those two confused. The El family. Jor and Cal.
Kal-El and Jor-El.
Right. And the Jewish relative, Shmuel. But you call up and you go, hey, listen, so, I'm his biological father. He was adopted at a very young age. And I'm wondering if I couldn't speak with him, please.
I need his condition.
Yeah, I need his condition immediately. Because I'm building a rocket ship that I can put him in. But that's Superman. If we can send him
to another planet, we can get rid of whatever problem he's having now.
Yes. That would be a very good phony phone call. But
the doctors on Krypton can save him.
Yeah. We have technology that you humans don't. In fact, in the planet of Kandor, inside that bottle, inside the Fortress of Solitude, we have many medical professionals who know how to treat a superhuman man.
Are you having trouble cutting through his outfit?
Yes. In fact, we're going to have to expose him to gold kryptonite that will take away his powers permanently so he can operate. But first we need to shrink him the size of a flea so he can get into the city of Kandor. Kandor. I like whenever in those Superman comics, Superman couldn't solve something because he couldn't be in two places at one time. There were, at the Fortress of Solitude, there were about 7 Superman robots that functioned fully like Superman. That was a good one. But of course he never sent the robots out permanently to police the Earth.
No, he usually tried to do everything himself, nothing's going on simultaneously on Earth.
Talk about a type A anal retentive.
I got to do everything myself.
Only use a robot in case of an emergency.
There would have been no time to be Clark Kent with all the stuff that's going on.
So did you hear that when they brought Christopher Reeve to the hospital? This was kind of weird. I don't know if you read this. He didn't get medical treatment for 7 hours.
No, I didn't hear that.
Well, he was wearing his glasses. They thought he was Clark Kent.
Oh, Howard, you behave.
No, I'm
I
being
knew
serious.
you were going to make some kind of a...
No, but in all seriousness... You're not covering the news properly, Robin. Let me take you know what? I'll take a break and then we'll take some phone calls. And then we'll
when you talk about how busy Superman had to be, the robot should have been pressed into service because Superman took care of every emergency from cats in a tree to major bank robbery.
Robin, it was a comic. Okay? All right, listen, we're going to take a break. She gets upset.
How could he do all that?
We're going to take a break, Robin. You'll have time to think about that.
And turn in news stories, too.
Yeah, and then what I'm going to do is take some phone calls, and maybe I'll play my old tapes from WRNW, my first radio station. They're really funny. We played them the other day, and
we couldn't believe.
We couldn't believe how bad I was. Yeah.
If they had played me those tapes, Howard, we wouldn't be here today.
No, we wouldn't. Be in the funny form. Oh, this just in. Did you see this? Wonder Woman is in the hospital. Her gerbil bit her. Oh, no. But anyway, they say he might not even walk or something. He's getting thrown from a horse.
Are saying, well, he had a cervical injury, landed on his head, apparently.
I thought the cervix was where where you get your babies.
That's a cervix, not cervical vertebrae.
Oh, because I thought that he got injured in his pelvic region. I'm being serious. I heard cervix.
Oh, you.
I said, do guys have cervix?
Do you know where your cervical vertebrae are?
Is the cervix, isn't that your vagina?
The cervix is the opening of the vagina.
Yeah, that's my favorite part of the vagina.
You don't even, actually, that's your uterus. What am I saying, vagina? It's the top of the vagina, the opening of the uterus.
That's the part I like. You know, a lot of people say to me...
You don't ever even get there.
A lot of people say, yeah, I never reached there. A lot of people say to me, what are you, a leg man, a breast man? What are you? I go, no, I'm a vagina man. That's what I like on a girl.
I'm a vagina man.
That's me.
But anyway, Howard.
Hey, this just in, the Flash is in the hospital.
What did he do?
They found a light bulb in his buttock. That just in, Robin.
Oh, boy. What else is happening in the Justice League of America?
They say it was the work of Mr. McSixplex who invaded Flash. Flash had a great ass.
Yes, he did.
What a man.
Had to be.
Well, all that running.
Yeah.
What a lame power, too. He can run fast.
Can't do anything once he gets...
No. It gets there. It's like, okay, I'm going to kick your ass.
Oh, you've got a gun?
Whoops.
I'll just run around real fast and get away from the bullets.
Green Lantern has Ebola virus. He was in Africa on a mission. Very horrible.
The whole Justice League is wiped out.
And because the previous Superman shot himself in the head or something and died, now they're saying Superman is cursed. Did you see that in the Post?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cursed role.
Well, I mean,
I love that.
Surely some people have made it through the Superman role without...
Not really. The guy in Lois and Clark just locked himself in a vault.
He put himself in a safe deposit box.
I don't really feel like doing much. I think I'm just going to sit in my house and watch TV today.
I think I'm going to be a veal.
Yeah. One guy was 80, he gets Alzheimer's, he's cursed.
Right. All right, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back right after this. We'll take some of your phone calls. And we'll do maybe the air check tapes.
All right.
Right after this.
97.1 The Eagle. It's the Howard Stern Show. Here's Howard.
Fred, can't you write me a song?
I thought he had written you one.
I don't know how to write songs for me.
Oh, yeah. Special guy.
So write me that song, the one we're just listening to. What is that?
It's already written.
Yeah, but write me something it's so similar to it.
Something similar.
But not quite it.
That feel. Huh?
Yeah, that feel.
Just outside of a lawsuit.
Yeah, what was that?
I think it was Queensryche's Don't Believe in Love.
Yeah, how hard can that be? Write something along those lines. I am just a jeepster for your love. That's how I want to sing, too. Like that guy. Tommy Bolin.
Mark Bolin.
Whatever. I like Tommy Bolin myself.
Let's change your name to that.
Yeah. I am just a jeepster for your love. Or write me a song like that guy from 9 Inch Nails. Hey, pig, piggy pig. Like that, I can sing.
You can sing like that.
Yeah, I can sing like. I can sing in that voice.
Piggy pig, pig.
Piggy pig.
Hey, pig,
Nothing
piggy.
to stop me now.
Nothing to stop me now.
Because I don't care.
Yeah, goof on it all you want, but that guy's making millions.
Yeah, write that, Fred. Don't goof on it.
Yeah, Fred's going to goof on it like, oh, that's not good music. Here's some good music.
So stuff that nobody will buy.
Yeah, what Fred writes is good. Meanwhile, no one's listening
I
to
know
it.
stuff that my music is just as good as his.
Why don't you bring it to us?
Why don't you prove it?
I will.
Good.
Because we love music.
Oh, sure.
Well, that's
Two
my
music lovers sitting right here.
That's my favorite music right now. If it's better than that, I'll do it. We'll make a fortune.
Who's not a better music lover than me?
I don't know.
Bring me your music.
Can't think of anyone.
I saw a fax come through the office today that John, Stuttering John, has the #1 album in, you guessed it, Latvia.
Get out of here.
Fred's homeland.
Get out of here.
I made a few phone calls.
He only wishes it was #1 in Latvia. I saw it was #1 in the cutout bins. I thought that's what you were going to say.
No,
you can get it for like 98. You can get it for 99 cents.
You can here, but in Latvia, it's a hot seller.
See?
What?
It's true.
Where did you see that?
It was on a fax.
Yeah, it was on a fax, but
so
the guy was
the
goofy.
99-cent thing.
Yeah. Guy says he is in a used CD store here in Los Angeles. In the 99-cent bin, they had 15 Stuttering John CDs for sale. For 99 cents, I bought a copy. This guy says, what happened to Stuttering John's music career?
I got to find out other facts. He's number one in Latvia.
Yeah.
We got to call over there.
Here's a disturbing report, and I don't know if this is true. This is a fax as well, but it looks kind of legitimate. That in Brooklyn, they're having a parade on Sunday, June 11th. It's the Welcome Back to Brooklyn Festival. And this event honors celebrities who were born in Brooklyn. And previous people were Danny Kaye, Connie Stevens, Louis Gossett Jr., Henny Youngman, Neil Sedaka, Martin Landau, etc. This year, the election committee went completely bananas and chose Larry King. Now, what kind of nutty thing is that? I mean, Larry King has... Wouldn't you want somebody who had a personal life that was something of a...
something to be proud of.
Yes. It's a guy who gets engaged every 2 weeks. Who obviously has a problem. I mean, yes, he's on TV. I mean, but barely. I don't know. Let me take some phone calls. New York, you're on the air. You put all his wives together, they would make a parade.
Maybe that's what will be on the float.
Wouldn't that be great, a float of Larry King's wives, and they had to get like 7 different floats?
Wife number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I like when I read about him, no matter what article, they can know what. Larry says he was married 5 times, but they think he was married 7. No one can actually figure out.
At one time, the number was as high as 8.
Yeah. There's been an adjustment in that number.
And nobody knows for sure what's going on there.
San Jose, San Francisco, you're on the air.
Hello?
Hi.
Hey, this is Howard Stern?
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Whoa. Wow. I'm at a 24-hour gas booth over here in California, San Jose.
Great. That should make our sponsors very happy that we have guys who work in gas booths.
Well, what does that do, right?
No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. What can I do for you?
Well, I just wanted to ask a question. Okay, and this is the question. Okay, as long as you don't use profanity, right? On the radio or on TV? Yeah. Can't you virtually say just about anything you want around here?
Well, some people don't want that, but yes, that's the idea of free speech. You know, I read articles about free speech. People go, well, you know, free speech is great, but there should be some limit to what you can say. Now, you can't have free speech and some limit.
That's an oxymoron, isn't it?
If you choose to call it that.
This is outrageous. This is so cool. My name's Rodney.
All right, well, we'll never find out his name. How sad. Unless that was Rodney King, I'm going to be sorry I hung up. Phoenix, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard. Good morning. Hey, Howard, I want to compliment you on the way you handled your wife.
Thank you.
I have one that's exactly like that. Unappreciable. I mean...
Unappreciative.
Whatever. You know what I'm saying. Hey, Robin, I want you to fax me a picture of your butt.
One of the things is, well, we're working on something about that, but you have to understand when dealing with one's wife, we've all gotten so crazy that nobody knows how to talk to anybody.
Even in your home, you don't know how to talk?
Yeah, people don't know how to talk. So that's why I allowed you into my personal life this morning, as my wife and I had an argument, because you have to know how to argue with your wife.
Well, I'm telling you, it was a carbon copy of mine.
Exactly.
You know, they don't understand where they are today is because of us.
Exactly.
And as soon as they realize that, they will better themselves, as we did.
Well, there's no. You missed the point of that argument. The point of the argument was, it's not that my wife is where she is today because of me or anything like that. But there is a splitting of the duties.
I like splitting the duties.
Yeah, and there really is. She knows it, and I know it. We've made certain agreements in our marriage that would make us both happy. And look, I've taken on the traditional role of the guy who goes out and slays the dragons, and my wife has decided to stay home, sit on her sweet ass. And,
you told her to. Don't say it was her decision.
I am absolutely thrilled with the decision. So she knows what she has to do.
But you know what? You were sounding a little bit like Gary.
Oh, yeah.
There.
Absolutely.
Where, you're just...
I have to nip it in the bud.
She's saying you should help her with her duties.
Yeah. And I told her, you want help with those duties? I'll tell you what, I'll leave you. I'll hire a woman to take care of those duties. I mean, but what, you're going to do nothing now?
Now you notice how quiet she got.
Exactly, because you know what? There was no arguing the point. What do I need her for? I get sex once every 2.5 weeks.
Now, that's not true.
Oh, you're not, now you have no authority here.
I sit here and listen to you.
No, you're wrong. I get sex once every 2.5 weeks, and the services are dwindling. So why would I stick around? You know, you got to make yourself desirable. Even though you've been married a long time, don't take your man for granted.
That's right.
Hey, you know, people say, "Oh, gee, that's chauvinistic." That's chauvinistic. You got to
truth.
Of course, I can't do everything. It's a splitting of the duties. Her duties are in the home, and my duties are here at work.
You're not giving. She means at home.
I never call my wife and say, "You know, Allison, Tom Chiasano gave me a hard time today. Come into work with me and help me deal with him." No, I don't do that. I don't even. She even says to me, "You don't talk to me about work at all." I go, "Yeah. You know why? You don't need to worry about it. Why do I have to worry you with what I'm the same way? You shouldn't worry me about what the hell you're supposed to be doing. I have to hear everything that goes on in her day."
And act like you're interested.
What?
And act like you're really interested.
Yeah, I'm not interested. I could care less. I go, take care of it.
You're not wondering what she's doing?
No, I don't care what she's doing. And I say, go take care of it. Take care of what you have to do like I do at work. She doesn't. Oh, gee, guess what, honey? Fred wouldn't write a script today. And then I had to yell at him. And then I had to go talk to Robin because your diaphragm was in wrong last night.
Oh, yeah, right.
I mean, what I burden her with what I talk to you about? I don't burden her. I got my work and I do my work and I go home.
I would come to work with a diaphragm program.
Whatever. Whatever the problem is, I don't burden her. For an example.
You got to come with a better one.
I don't burden my wife. She goes, "Please, I want to know about your work. What did you do and what did you say?" And I go, "I'm not interested. I'm not going to burden you." In the same respect, please do not burden me. If you have to, you should hear her. She has to go to yesterday, her big thing was she had to go to mailboxes, etc., and drop off a package. Well, that became, I have to go. Thanks a lot. I have to go. I have to get it in the, I have to go. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, Allison. Don't do it.
I think it is that she feels underappreciated. You get a lot of accolades and public recognition for what you do.
Yes.
And there's nobody appreciating her for what she does.
But you think that's all easy.
Yeah, well.
It probably comes easy. That's what my wife thinks.
Listen, I'd appreciate her if she did it on her own. She got 27 people helping her with it. Listen.
Oh, you're terrible. You got a staff.
Yeah, that's some staff that haven't helped me once.
Yeah, where did you get that staff? Besides Robin. Robin is a great.
I have a staff and I don't complain about my job. I don't go home to my wife and say, Allison, I gotta write a commercial. I gotta read a commercial today, and could you come into work and help me with it?
No, he does that complaint to me.
Fine, that's what you're here for. That's what you're here for.
Is it really?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Another person don't know what she's here for. What?
But she does it well.
Right. Obviously, you got a problem. So listen, I'm aligned with. We're in business together. We have things to discuss.
We got it worked out, don't we?
Right. We sure do. You don't hear any complaints.
I don't complain to you. You don't complain to me.
That's it. What am I going to do? I don't want to hear about it. It's my own problem. My wife, oh, boy, I got to take a package to mailboxes, etc. I said, so go do it. What are you complaining about? Well, you don't understand. And then I got to take the kids to the art class.
I want to get you okay, Howard.
To art class. I go, okay.
She just wants him to know she's doing things.
No, but she does it like, I got to
But she's trying to make it important and show how hard it is, so you see that she's working hard.
So I go home and go, Allison, I got to get ratings in 30 markets or else we're dead meat. Alice.
All right, let's be honest.
My movie's got to do.
What you do is you go home and say, I got to have some time to myself.
Oh, yeah,
I got to have
That's
it,
what
Allison.
I do. That's it. Listen.
And then sing, I got to be me.
That's right. You got to know how to handle your wife like I do. Thank you.
It's juggling. It's a juggling act.
Yeah, that's why I want listen, normally I would not show you this aspect of my life.
In all honesty, I will he's a wonderful husband.
Thank you, Robin.
Me too.
Wonderful
Thank
husband.
you.
I don't know you, sir.
Thank you.
But I can vouch for Howard
You're
being
damn
an incredible husband.
All the housekeepers that work for me, and I have hundreds of them, they all said to me, they say to my wife all the time, your husband, so great, so together with the kids. They see how I handle the kids. 1, 2, 3. I don't spend a lot of time.
They want a raise, Howard.
What?
They want a raise.
No, they don't get it from me. They get it from my wife. They don't, listen to me. They even say, gee, you know, the guy, he comes into a room, he takes charge. Now, I'm not there a lot, but when I come in, I take charge. and I'm loving about it. You know what I'm saying? What Robin's saying is I'm a great guy.
He is.
And any woman would love being married to me.
I don't know about that.
Well,
I wouldn't love being married to you, but you are a wonderful husband.
Thank you, Robin.
I do recognize that about you.
Right.
You are an incredible person.
Thank you. Thank you.
I have
Okay, Robin. Okay.
No,
there's nothing wrong with saying
There's
that.
nothing wrong with this, and
Go
people
ahead.
will fax me that I'm kissing your ass.
Yeah.
But this is my true, honest opinion. There have been times
Thank you.
when we have worked
Explain
12-hour days.
Yes.
And in a break, Howard is calling home to see how his family is doing.
Yeah. See?
People don't know that about him.
No one knows that. People don't realize that. Yeah, I hope they realize what I call home. Yeah. Thank you, Robin.
Quite shocking. I am not thinking about anyone. Howard calls home to see how his family is.
And survey women. A lot of women complain. The number one complaint, not money, not sex. My husband doesn't call home.
Yep.
That's the number one complaint. And I call home. Sure, I'm interested. I try to be interested. Sure.
I mean, when we were working that Channel 9 show, it amazed me. I didn't know how you managed to keep that going.
And you think I wanted to call home, Robin, in the middle of that? I did it because I knew.
I was amazed, Howard.
Right.
I used to leave the room. Maybe he was talking to nobody.
No,
I don't know.
I was talking. Listen, Robin, in all fairness, Robin didn't call home for the entire 1980 decade. But I always called home. All right, thank you, Robin, for pointing that out. And
it's true.
Thank you for your call from Phoenix. Okay. We have to take a break, and you pointed out something important.
I had to say that because you take a lot.
Thank you.
But you're a good husband.
Thank you. Thank you.
I don't know about these other schlubs around here.
Gee, I wish my wife was so understanding. So you appreciate a man calling home. She doesn't.
I mean, because you're not prompted to do that.
No.
This was on your own initiative.
Right.
You used to do that, and I thought, wow, he's incredible.
That's right.
I couldn't do that.
Listen, Robin, if you read her book, Quippers of Life, when I was calling home, Robin was topless on Queens Boulevard, doing a guy in a car. Right? So she had her own thing going. So she saw how remarkable I was.
She was communicating in
her
own way. That was amazing.
The book is unbelievable. It really is. So that's thank you. Thank you.
Really, I'd go home, I wouldn't talk to anybody.
Exactly. You work a 12-hour day, man, don't even want to talk to anybody. But I would always talk. I'm a great guy. All right, I'm going to take a break. And
you're an incredible guy.
Robin, we'll look forward to your incredible newscast when we get back.
Very good. I've got one in the hopper.
Ah, great.
As they say.
And I hope there'll be a lot of good stories. Right after these words.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show. Here's Howard.
Yeah. Look at that drumming, man. Drumming like a maniac.
Yeah.
Some happy bastard drumming along.
Yeah. Best position in the band.
Banging on them drums.
What do you want to play?
Drums.
Yeah.
There's no mistake when you're playing drums.
Does it matter what song they're playing? No.
No. It's all the same.
Speaking of which, something we never mentioned.
Yes.
Speaking of drummers. That drummer on the Conan O'Brien show.
Max?
Yeah. Is he pissed at us or something?
What? How would we know? Why?
I don't know because he doesn't talk, but did you know that he played a Linda Ronstadt song during my appearance on the Conan O'Brien show?
Yeah, but I think he probably meant it as something funny. Shows that he's aware of the program and... You know what I mean? First of all,
I don't know. I have no idea.
I think Max just drums and the other guys pick the song. I mean,
Was that a Max invention?
I don't think Max can really figure out what song it is by the drum. What is it?
I think he still likes us.
Yeah, of course.
I booked him to be in the band on your birthday show.
Yeah.
And then the Spin Doctors came along, and I called him up and explained to him that we gotten, a whole band, and he was pretty cool about it. And he even said he wanted to come to the show. He never did.
Yeah.
He was going to come and sit in the audience, but he seems to be okay.
Yeah, Max is cool.
But the couple of times I've run into him, he has said that it's upsetting that you goof on the Conan O'Brien show because, the show really is doing better in the ratings. And
no, let me be upfront,
I'm
okay?
just telling you
I like Max a lot. I think Max...
I do think he's a little disgruntled.
Yeah, I think Max is a lovely guy, okay? I've met him a couple of times because he was the drummer in Bruce Springsteen's band, and I tried to get him to say some crap about Bruce Springsteen.
And he wouldn't.
But he was smart because, look, he got back with Bruce.
That's right. Yeah, God bless him. He's a drummer, and that ain't an easy life. All right? I mean, he could have just as easily been the drummer for the Beau Brummels as he was for Bruce Springsteen. Drummers are not of the most appreciated species. So he got a job on Conan, but the plain facts are, on any given night, Conan has a 1.4 to a 1.8 rating, which is not bowling anybody over. And if you don't think NBC is looking for a replacement for that show, you're absolutely high on something.
But they've got the key demos, Howard.
Yeah. The key demo is Conan's family. Conan must have like a 12-year-old, and I guess Max has a big family. He must have a lot of 18 to 34-year-olds in that family. The key demo.
In order to be a band member, you had to have a lot of children.
Yeah, it's the same key demo Soupy Sales had when they fired him. Look, no offense to Max, and Max doesn't have to feel any great responsibility for that because he's the drummer. Although, he could try to interact a little with Conan. I mean, a little conversation.
But he's not a big talker anyway.
Yeah, but that's show business.
So put yourself out a little bit.
You want to know the truth, Gary? Yeah. I'm not a big talker. At home, I'm pretty quiet. I get here, I feel an obligation to talk.
Okay.
Okay, you understand? Because it's called show business. It's a role we accept. First of all, The Tonight Show has never done better since Branford Marsalis left. Branford Marsalis had a chip on his shoulder. He was embarrassed to be on that show.
Aren't you a little bit upset with your ability to judge character? Because it turns out that the things you said about Branford weren't true.
Like what?
That he was the nicest black guy and that he didn't have a chip on his shoulder.
Well, no, it's not. He doesn't have the chip on his shoulder. His brother has it. And he got embarrassed him into leaving that one good job he had.
But he didn't interact with Jay well.
No, but it wasn't out of... everything I said about him is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very, very, he's the kind of black guy you like to hang around with because he doesn't, none of that lingo, behaves himself.
But what, did he get in with the wrong crowd?
But he's in jazz, and he got embarrassed that he was on The Tonight Show. He's supposed to be some jazz musician, he's supposed to be pure to his craft. And they brought in this new guy, the guy who was always in the band.
Kevin.
Who is having
He's happy to be there.
He's having more fun than Stepin Fetchit had in those movies.
Stepin Fetchit?
Right.
What are you saying?
I'm not saying... No, I'm not saying anything. I'm saying...
I don't think Stepin Fetchit was having a great time.
Oh, he had a great time in the movie. Everyone else laid a trip on him.
I don't know if he was having a
I'm working on a film about the life of Stepin Fetchit.
You know him to be a happy man?
Yes. I'm going to expose the real Stepin Fetchit.
I saw an interview with... Now, I got to remember if it was Bill Cosby or somebody, but do you know that Stepin Fetchit was a very, very smart man?
He was. He had an IQ of 163.
And invested his money wisely.
Yeah, he was a wealthy man. Stepin Fetchit loved what he was doing.
I don't know why you said that.
I could have sworn that I saw in an interview that they said he was a very smart man. He wasn't the character that he played.
Stepin Fetchit was a multimillionaire.
But I don't know why you said that, Jerry.
Why?
That wasn't the point. We were talking about whether he was happy.
Yes, he was.
Well, I thought he was smart and happy.
Right. 163 was his IQ. Of course, they gave him the test 3 times. That's combined.
That was the combined score?
Yeah. So what?
Very funny. Yeah.
Big deal.
But no, I was saying if the man was smart, then he would, if he didn't like it, he would know enough to get out.
Yeah, he bought stock in IBM. That's what he said.
Oh, God. I got to get out of here because the revisionist history that's going on here is amazing. There were other roles for him, huh?
Oh, yeah.
No, but there were other things for him to do if he didn't like what he was doing.
Gary. They let black people do everything.
Yeah. He was going to be, in fact, Gone with the Wind. He was going to play the lead.
He was Clark Gable.
But he just wanted to be one of the people who pick cotton. Well, anyway.
Very good. I like it.
But The Tonight Show has never done better. And the same thing with Max Weinberg. I mean, Max, I've seen Conan go to Max. I've watched the show that Robin was on, and they address Max, and Max just stares at him like a wall. That's not fair.
Max doesn't even seem to understand English.
Yeah. Max appears to be foreign. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Fred, take a hint. Thank you. I turn off the music. He won't turn it off.
He doesn't care what we're talking about.
No, he'll play.
That's one of his favorite songs.
Yeah,
Wants to hear it all the way through.
Well, anyway, the point is that I like Max. I got no problem. I mean, I don't dislike Max. I don't like Max. I mean, He's Max.
The point is, I think he still likes us a lot. He wishes we were kinder to the show. That's what
I mean, what am I supposed to be, dishonest? The show's not good. Conan's not a good interviewer. The show's not funny.
Well, I didn't bring this up to be another Conan bashing session, so I'm sorry, Max. But.
And Conan's a really nice guy. I mean, I've met Conan. I'm pulling for him. I wish he'd be on top of the world, Conan. He doesn't have it. He don't have the juice. He is a contributor. He is not the main guy. 2 months I give him through the summer. But they keep him on because I swear to you, they can't find anybody to replace him. Can you imagine?
That seems almost... They can't find anybody?
No, well, they found me, but I turned it down.
But, I mean, aside from you, I mean, obviously
there's no one else.
You'd be the best choice.
Let's put it this way. They're looking.
Look, what's Dana Carvey doing after all that talk that he was going to get these different shows? What's he doing?
You know what? Nobody believes Dana Carvey could do any better than Conan, quite frankly. That's the problem. These guys taint themselves. They do a bunch of bad films. Everyone starts to think of them as unfunny. Nobody reads the script. Nobody cares what they do. They all say they're artists that care, but they don't. They do these scripts that a moron would accept. Forrest Gump would reject these scripts. What? And then they expect people to give them jobs. The only reason I get offered all these jobs is because I've got some integrity.
You turn them down.
Yeah.
Yeah, people would be.
It's got to be people don't believe I turn down anything.
People would be surprised at the stuff that you turn down.
I know. No one ever believes it. No one believes I turned down. No one believes I've turned down endorsements. I've turned down endorsements to do cigarette ads in Japan.
Well, you didn't.
Well, yeah, my agent. I would have taken it myself.
Didn't you turn down a role in Fort Fairlane?
Yeah, of course. I would never have taken a role in that. I read the script. I didn't understand. If I don't understand the script. No, I didn't even turn down the role. The point was we did a thing on the air where I was going to audition, which I did. I went over and did it. It was a funny bit.
Oh, that is the one you went to audition.
Yeah, but I would never have taken a role in it. I said to you, the script is unreadable. I don't even know what I'm reading. The guys who wrote that must have been kidding. They wrote it as a goof. And I looked at it. I said, how could Dice do this script? It's unreadable. I can't follow page 1 from page 2. You could have dropped that script on the floor, scooped it up in different page order, and it still would have made as much sense. It was Fort Fairlane. He's running around in a car, and he's got the car, and then he goes zipping around on the car, and he has to talk to Gilbert Gottfried and the disc jockey, and then there's some girl with Zuzu pedals, and I never read anything like that. I thought, well, maybe they're kidding me. Maybe it's a candid camera stunt. And then the director is this moron, Rennie Harlan, who's he's Dutch, and he's directing an American comedy. Where's the studio that handed him the money? I said, I want to pull this Dice Clay aside. I said, Dice, your career is red hot. You got a director. I told him this. I told him on the air. He's got a director who doesn't speak English. How could you have him direct an American comedy who doesn't speak English?
At that moment, Dice couldn't hear you.
I said, I walk in for audition. The guy's on the telephone who can't even bother to look at me. So what kind of man is he? Yeah, what you want? Oh, you want to audition? I was like, oh, this is going to be a good bit. Would I be in the film? Absolutely not. I've turned down roles in lots of movies.
Like what?
Dave.
You were offered a role in Dave?
Yeah.
As what? As yourself or as somebody in the movie?
No, Dave.
Oh, as Dave?
Kevin Kline role.
And turned that down?
Yeah. I turned it down.
Dances with Wolves.
No, not Dances with Wolves.
Do you regret turning it down because it was a pretty successful movie?
No, not at all. No, I wasn't offered that role. No, I was offered a role. I got offered a role in Best of the Best 2. Okay, that's fine. I like Best of the Best.
Best of the Best.
That's right. I saw the movie Best of the Best. It was a karate flick. I loved it.
That's right. James Earl Jones and Eric Roberts.
I loved the first one. I thought the first one was good. I read the second one. I said, wait a second. Obviously, someone has smoked some crack and sent me this script. I was supposed to be a fight promoter.
Uh-huh.
You know. I said, well, what is this? I was offered a role in Dave, by the way. But as Howard, you know, that kind of thing. But I turned it down.
Had a lot of cameos.
I didn't want to do cameos. Because you know what? I would have packed people into that theater to go see me in a cameo. I'll do it for my own film. I'm out to prove Hollywood wrong about me. I don't do anything typically. When they all said I was a loser, I was down, and I did a pay-per-view event. I knocked them on their ass. $40 million. Just Screaming Casper did $20 million in a 3-day weekend. We did $40 million in one night.
That was one night.
Bastards.
And your pay-per-view cost a lot less than Casper cost to make.
I would say so. What did Casper cost to make? About $150 million?
Yeah, that was a pretty expensive shoot there.
You know what our pay-per-view cost?
How much?
$4,000. Okay?
There's nothing to be proud of.
No, our pay-per-view costs about $1 million.
Right, but it made $40 million?
Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty good profit margin for one night, and it only aired for one night. I still haven't been paid. Let me tell you something. If anybody does anything in pay-per-view, you've got to be insane. That's why I didn't do one last year. Still can't get the money. And by the time you get 50% goes to the... I made a lot of money for pay-per-view.
Yeah. They'd like to see you come back.
I'm waiting for my payday. Who am I, Stephen Fetchit?
Oh, aren't you happy?
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm as happy as Stephen Fetchit.
Here we go again. You'll never get rid of that music.
All right. So I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, but I also turned down a role in... remember that movie with... Not Cheech and Chong, but the guy Chong?
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. I can't remember. It was with Eric Roberts and Cheech.
Yeah,
I remember that.
With the talking fish.
I even got offered some good roles. Like some decent roles and some... But, I read some of these scripts and I know they're no good.
Have you turned down a role in like a giant money-making movie?
Cameos in giant making movies, yeah, but they didn't want to pay me anything. Right. They were like, hey, why don't you be in this? And I go, no. Either it's a cameo or a bad film. I know a bad script when I read it. Most guys in Hollywood don't know a bad script. Billy Crystal don't know a bad script. They see Billy Crystal, they get caught up. It's the same way Rosie O'Donnell has a career. Hollywood still hasn't figured out that she's nothing. I think they're starting to realize it now. She's Betty Rubble. Betty Rubble was a piece of ass. Staring at that fat hog.
It's either her or that woman, Kathy, that was in Sister Act.
Yeah.
The fat woman.
Yeah.
Oh, Kathy Najimy.
Yeah, they share roles.
But that Rosie O'Donnell, she gets on the screen, she sucks the life out of a scene, and nobody sees it. Except me. Nobody sees it. She sucks the life out of the screen. That movie was a big hit, Sleepless in Seattle. She had a cameo. She walks on, she's to be the friend. The whole movie, you're ready to pass out when she walks on the scene. If Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan weren't in that...
they had to work harder.
Oh, my God. Tom Hanks, I think, suffered an exhaustion. He was in a hospital for 3 months. They have to work with Rosie O'Donnell. Oh, my God, I never worked so hard trying to make a scene work. You see her, but it's a joke. I guess she gets inside with a certain cabal in Hollywood.
And she works. They're looking for roles for her.
She's not going to be in my movie.
You know that little woman who played the guy in The Year of Living Dangerously? Yeah. She still can't get a job.
Right, a good actress like that.
Looking for roles for Rosie O'Donnell.
No, I saw her in The World's Worst Movie with Richard Grieco.
Ooh, what was that?
Right, did you see that?
No.
He plays a spy. He's a high school spy.
The French class spy?
Yeah, he's a French class spy, and that's the movie she's in.
She worked twice in 8 years. I saw her in the Year of Living Dangerously, and then 10 years later I saw her as the principal in Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah.
And Rosie O'Donnell is working.
Yeah. No, there's certain people in Hollywood who, buy into her. They have no clue that she's not happening, because she's never had to carry a movie. And I'm not going to be
the closest she came to it was that Exit to Eden.
I ain't going to be no stinking cameo. You put me in a movie, I want a prominent role. I'm going to carry the movie. I'm a leading man. I'm not a... I'm not
a sidekick. Yeah, I'm no friend.
Yeah.
You're no next door neighbor.
I'm going to stand there while Arnold Schwarzenegger takes all the bows and gets all the chicks.
Who do they think you are, Tom Arnold?
Right. I'm no Tom Arnold. I'm Superman. I'm not Jimmy Olsen. Damn it. What, you think it's funny me as Superman? Hey, Lois Lane going, I'm so in love with Superman. Look at that big, ugly Gork from Krypton.
Glasses or no glasses.
Yeah.
I can't go for that.
Can you imagine some disguise? Yeah, there's a lot of comedic possibilities for me in the film. You know what I'm saying, Robin?
Of course.
Of course you know what I'm saying. I'm never unsuccessful.
If Jim Carrey can do it, forget about it.
All right. That's easy stuff. Put me in Ace Ventura.
You should be getting $12 million.
Of course. I'm always neglected. All right, let's take a break and do the news, okay?
All right.
That's most important. Everyone's waiting for that. Thank you. Hey. Whoa. All right, easy.
Almost Mr. Cheer.
Yeah, I saw that. Hey, Metrex is great. There's a woman here who just started interning, I think, for Scott. I lost like 50 pounds on Metrex.
Scott has finally gotten another intern?
Yeah, he finally conned someone into interning with him.
Yeah, I hope you smoke. Matches and some razor blades.
What did she do to deserve that?
Gary's on Metrex. I'm on it. I'm doing it too. Every time I get real hungry and I don't have a meal together, I just eat a Metrex bar because they have the bars and they have the drinks. Yeah, they're real good because first of all, it gives you all your nutrition. It's got carbohydrates. It's got carbohydrates, proteins. Hi, I don't know your name.
Jillian.
Jillian? Hi, Jillian.
Hi.
Hey, get close to that mic.
Oh, sorry.
What, are you working with Scott now?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm working with everybody now.
Are you working with everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you smoke?
No.
Oh.
No, I feel like I am now.
Yeah.
But no.
Do you come home every night, like you have to change your dress and stuff because you smell from smoke?
Yeah.
You do?
It's pleasant, but I'm getting used to it.
You're a brave woman. You must have really wanted that internship.
How long do they force her to do that?
Isn't it pleasant looking at Scott, too? I mean, isn't he a happy guy?
Yeah, he's quiet. But I'm learning a lot about, like the Prodigy baseball pool and stuff like that. And
yeah, I caught Scott on the Prodigy baseball pool again yesterday. I go, I thought why are you always complaining you don't have enough time?
Look, at least with the Prodigy baseball pool, he's doing something. The times I really hate is when he's just smoking.
Just smoking. Hey, I'm doing something. I'm smoking. That's right. So, anyway, let's get to Metrex.
Yeah.
See, I don't necessarily look at Metrex as a weight loss program. I want to see it as like a way of eating that gets you under control. The reason that you probably gained the 50 pounds was because you weren't eating right and your body was like starved for nutrition.
Right.
I find when I eat those Metrex or I take the drink, I get all the nutrients I need. I feel totally full.
Well, exactly. I didn't take it to lose weight. I was going to school and I wasn't eating right and I was just, it was just terrible.
Right.
And I had finals and I was just a mess. So I took it just because I was like, it's vitamins, it's healthy.
Yeah, right.
It turns out it filled me, and I ended up losing 55 pounds. After a month, everybody's like, Julian, you look thinner. And I was like, yeah, whatever. And I got on the scale, and I lost 30 pounds.
Do you still do Metrex?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Gary, you're doing it. You lost, right?
I'm down about 67 pounds in about a week and a half.
Yeah. And, and it tastes real good, too. So anyway, I would recommend it. The makers of Metrex will guarantee that when you use the product with regular exercise and healthy eating, you'll see real results. And if you're serious about getting in shape and you need that extra edge, try Metrex. Available at GNC, fine food and health stores everywhere, or call 1-800-96-METREX. 1-800-96-METRX. 1-800-96-METRX. Thanks, Jillian. All right, Gary hustled her right out of here.
She's already gone.
She was out the door. I'm just curious to hear how she works with Scott. That's always funny. All right, thanks, Metrex.
You're listening to a man with nice feet.
Thank you.
Howard Stern.
That's very true, by the way. Any girls want to come down here and get naked and see my feet?
That's the only thing that you think to say nice about you?
People tell me I have nice hands, too.
Oh.
And hair. And eyes. Yeah, I've been complimented on my hair and my eyes.
Yeah.
And my feet and my hands.
That's it.
Yeah, but you put it all together, it's really bad.
It's what it's attached to.
I went in the bathroom about 2 breaks ago to wash my hands, and I was in there. It was a full house. There was about 5 guys in the bathroom in the can, and I just looked in the mirror, and I got so shocked when I saw it, because I forget how ugly I am. I looked in the mirror, and I went, oh. I said, look at me. Oh, what a mess. I was in there complaining about I forget, because sometimes when I don't look at myself a while, and like I look over at you and behind me is that picture that Leroy Neiman painted of me, and I'm so handsome. And that's how
You're beginning to think that's you.
Then I look at my book cover, which we have hanging here in the studio. I go, ooh, that's me. Look how handsome I am. And then I look in the mirror and I go, whoa, who's that? What guy is that? Oh, man, it's a wake-up call. It's like, whoa. What happened to the guy in the picture? You freak. Look at that. What a mess. I got the long hair to hide the skinny neck and the nose. And the glasses I got to hide the nose and the forehead that extends. Oh, my God. Oh, I got so many things strategically happening. Get me a paper bag. Gary, seriously, bring me a paper bag. I want to wear it for the news. I want a paper bag in here now. I'm not kidding. People think I'm joking.
You finally are going to just...
I'm embarrassed.
Shield yourself.
Yeah. You know what? I have to do the world a favor. People watch me on TV. I'm telling you. And tape my book cover to the bag. That's what I want. Before you start the news, Robin, I want the paper bag in here. Oh, is that a paper bag? Get
Is
my
that
book.
a big enough bag?
That's fine. That'll cover my hair. And I need. Do you have my book cover? Yeah. Let me. I'll take the eyes out. You go get my book cover. Where's my book?
No, you need.
I need something lighter than that.
Yeah, you need something that's not so heavy.
I'm going to cut the eyes out. Get me my book cover, John. Get me something that looks... Yeah, I need something I can tape to the bag.
Oh. Like one of the flap jackets.
Right. Something like that. Go out and ask Gary to do something. Pop, 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 pop. I'm going to stop drinking Metrex and get in here. All right. Yeah. Hey, these are the eyes. Cut those out. You'll see. Then when I'm on TV, people won't be disturbed. They'll be able to eat.
You want to come to people during the dinner hour? Is that what you're saying? You can't wear headphones with that.
Sure you can. This is a big bag.
That'll never reach your eyes.
Well, I see everything. Come on. You got my book cover? Let me see that. Yeah, give me that. Yeah, this is what I'm supposed to look like. Hold on, Robin. It's almost ready. I don't mean to delay the newscast, but this is important for people at home. I'm going to tape see? I'm going to tape this right on here.
Oh, boy. I don't believe in being so self-demeaning.
Listen, got to be honest. I'm no beauty. Got to do the right thing for the audience. They deserve it. They've been loyal. Why should they have to look at this? If I can't look at it, why should they have to?
You shouldn't judge yourself by human standards, huh? You'd be a fine-looking dog.
Okay, I'm ready for the news. Here I am, in here. Look.
I can't even see you.
I see you. Here I am.
Nobody's seeing the book cover.
Oh, they're seeing it. I'm playing it to the right camera, don't worry. What?
You're sounding very echoey.
What? How's this, better?
You need a mouth hole.
Hold on.
I need a mouth.
Hello?
I turned off my mic. I need a mouth hole?
Yeah.
Maybe I could talk it through my eyes. I don't want to cut my picture. All right, I'll have to cut the book cover. Well, now it's getting complicated, Robin. I have to take off my book cover.
Well, see, somebody has to prepare your bag every day before the show.
Yeah, that'll be an intern's job. I put a frown, by the way, on my mouth so that you see I'm unhappy. How's this? Better? Can you hear me better?
That's much better. You sound much better now.
Okay. Oh, okay. Now I'm ready.
I can't work with you like this.
No, you'll get used to it.
No, I need to see your facial expressions. It's a part of the way I understand what's going on.
Wait a second. I'm bald under here. Where is the toupee?
You need hair.
Where's my OJ mask? Where's my toupee? Quickly, where's my toupee?
Every other day it's in here.
Yeah. I'm going to put hair on the paper bag. That way when people tune into our E-show, they will see me with hair.
Hey.
Where is my toupee? My staff of nitwits. Here we are. Thank you. Thank you, nitwits. Thank you. All right. There we go. I'm going to tape that on. Scott's toupee. Look how nice that looks.
Does it really do you justice? Your hair is one of your better features. Why would you all of a sudden...
Well, I could ponytail through it. But I'll just use a toupee. Hairpiece is much easier. Wait, do you see this? This is going to look good. All right, hold on. Yeah, now people won't be offended when they tune in by my face. Yeah, hold on. There it is. Okay, now we're all set. Hold on, Robin. One more piece of tape for...
Good measure.
Good measure. Now I'll have some hair.
Oh, no.
All right, how's that? Is that less offensive?
Oh, you got bangs in your eyes.
Yeah. Hey, I can't see so good. Oh. All right. All right, Robin, I'm ready. Let's do the news.
I can't work.
Oh, you can too. Come on, you got to get used to it. I'm trying to help the audience. Now, when they tune into the E-show, they won't be offended. What? Uh-oh, I need ears on this thing.
Oh, no.
I can't hear you.
Are you able to breathe?
What?
Are you able to breathe?
No. No, of course I am. I have holes in the bag, Ron.
Well, I just meant, you might need a nose hole or something.
No, no one should see this nose. That's the idea. If I cut out too much. Yeah, that's part of the idea. Well, Robin, what's in the news?
If you insist on working that way, I suppose I'll have to work with you.
What is in the news?
Well, I wanted to talk to you about, I've been interested in scientific news lately.
Me too. I'm like the unknown radio guy.
Do you know that in a small Mexican town, there's a large family of people who grow thick hair, almost fur, covering their faces, backs, and chests?
I've seen that in the Inquirer.
That's true.
Yeah.
They really do exist. Their neighbors fear them, calling them adult werewolves.
That's correct. There are people who are Mexican who are covered in hair. That's true. I've seen them.
And the children they call little wolves.
Yes.
Many members of the family are consigned to a life in circus sideshows.
You know who has that? Ronnie the limo driver.
But scientists announced yesterday that the hairiness that has plagued for generations this Mexican family is caused by a gene that may be a throwback to an earlier stage in human development.
They resemble early man. I got to take this bag off.
Appearance, I know you can't work that way.
What?
I said I know you can't work that way.
I don't care. Let the world see my face. Not so bad, Robin, once you get used to it.
Well, maybe you ought to go home and practice.
Look at that bag.
That is very funny.
Oh, hello, Robin. I'm Scott the engineer. How do I look? Better with hair? Funny, the bag has more personality than I do.
Could I tell you about this story? See, I knew I shouldn't start this story right.
I wish I had hair.
While you were considering this bag situation.
I wish I had hair like those Mexicans. Right. I really do. Maybe I wouldn't have to smoke to hide my misery. Yeah, wait a second.
What is that? That's a smoke?
Cigarette. That's much better. King-size smoke for a king-size head.
Now, what did you say? I can concentrate.
I said I would like some hair on my body like those throwbacks.
Well, do you know that there are people occasionally who are born with fur-like hair, and in other cases we have people with tails.
Yeah, I wish I had that.
More than 2 nipples.
I have that. I've seen guys with that. Hello, I'm Cancer, the friendly ghost.
Have you ever seen someone with a tail?
Yeah. Yes.
Fooey.
Well, they're now saying all of these traits may have belonged to our animal ancestors.
Of course.
And occasionally there's a gene that is still hanging around that can reproduce those traits in people.
I have the opposite trait. What? I have no hair. I'm advanced. Yeah. Although I do have an arm coming out of my back. Like early man. Comes in handy when I have to wipe.
You know what's amazing? I read a statistic that it's supposedly worldwide smokeout day today.
That's right, it is.
And they say every 10 seconds a person dies of cigarette-related diseases, except Scott.
Never him.
It's never him. It's never him.
How do they keep passing him?
I mean, how does it avoid him?
Because I'm a super smoker. That's right.
I am the Superman of smoking.
That's right. I scare cancer away. My hair scares them away.
Call me Smoke L.
Yeah, good. I'm the real Superman. I defy cancer to enter my body. Come on, step over this line. Robin, would you like to hear my impression of a man with cancer?
Go ahead.
All right. Hello. Thank you.
Anyway, they're thinking that if they can isolate the gene of these traits, Howard, they could possibly then develop a test to figure out if a person is going to have a tail or too much hair before they're born, and then maybe do something about it.
Hey, Robin, know why you don't recognize me?
What?
I'm Clark Cancer. Now I'll take off my glasses, and I'm Superman. Allah.
I'm Smoke Man.
Smoke Man. I'm Butt Man. I'm Butt Man. Yeah.
This family in Mexico has suffered greatly because of their problems.
Yes.
I'm shocked that they actually find people to marry.
Yes.
But they keep marrying and procreating and producing these children with these hairy little children.
Wow.
One man.
Why would you keep having kids if you have that gene?
if you have this wolf disease.
Yeah.
But they do.
You know, I don't know if people realize, because I've seen pictures of this. They're covered. I mean, there's not.
They're literally
covered with hair all over their bodies and faces.
They say while some of the Mexican family is in the circus, they have found people to love them and marry them. So all of you people out there that don't have this hair problem and you can't find spouses, you should be pretty ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, Captain Jenks can't get a girl. And look at guys covered in hair can get girls.
One man shaves his face daily but still can't hide the stubble or escape the stares of other people. He seeks solitude and work as a night watchman.
What about the depilatory?
And the men never pass the traits on to their sons. Who gets it?
The girls.
Their daughters.
Oh.
Shaving their legs for days. Look at those hairy udders. Honey, can't you braid your knees? Try to look attractive for the opposite sex. Please. Shave your neck.
Oh, boy.
You got a date tonight, honey. Try to look attractive. Shave your face. And stop dragging your butt.
Oh, boy.
Doing a puppet show on a radio show.
With a bag, with a wig.
Yeah.
You're laughing at Sherry Lewis.
Yeah.
At least she used a sock.
I innovated the bag.
We're
going to top that one. Yeah.
The smoking puppet.
Yeah.
Let's take a break, Rob. When we come back, I'm sure you'll have more news for us.
I certainly will.
All right, right after these words.
Welcome, you got 'em. More to come when the Howard Stern Show returns in a moment. 97.1, The Eagle.
4, 3, 2, 1. Yo, it's Hammer here.
Hi, Hammer.
Chilling with my man Howard Stern. It's all good.
Right on. It's Hammer time. That's the man. Hammer. Did you see the cover of Newsday?
This morning?
Yeah.
No.
They got a picture from Michael Jackson's album, a self-portrait he drew, of how he sees himself. It's going to be on the back of his album, and it's this little tiny baby black boy in a corner with a microphone. Yeah, I got it.
Let me see it.
Yeah.
Hold it up
Here
there.
it is. He says, and he has, I'm going to get a handwriting analyst to analyze Michael Jackson's handwriting.
You know, it's funny because the other day somebody came through the line at my Paramus book signing and gave me a card and said their mother was a handwriting analyst and would do it for the show.
Oh, great. So this says, before you judge me, try hard to love me. I tried hard, but I couldn't. Before you judge me, try hard to love me. Look within your heart, then ask, have you seen my childhood, MJ?
What's that got to do with the current question?
Who cares about your frigging childhood? You know, Jay North had a horrible childhood.
I had a horrible childhood.
Yeah, I don't see you sharing your bed with anybody. I mean, you know, hey. I love that whole attitude, like, hey, man, before you judge me, take a look at my childhood. Oh, come on, man, you're an adult now. Now it's time to grow out of it.
Yeah, you can do something about it.
Everybody wants to be pitied. You know, I was
Except
listening.
for us, Howard.
I was listening to those last set of commercials. Sometimes I have my headphones on. I'm just listening as I try to scarf down my lunch. And I heard the song "Our House" in a commercial. You know, our house is a very, very, very nice house. And I said to the guys, if you wrote a hit song, would you let it be used in a commercial? And before they can answer, I said, I would.
I know you would.
And Jackie said, well, if it was 20 years later, I go, 20, I don't care if it was next week.
That's right. That Sheryl Crow is selling everything.
Yeah, I mean, why? When do these songs get so sacred? I hear people go, oh my God, the Beatles song is in a commercial. Yoko or Michael Jackson allows the Beatles song to be used in a commercial. Who cares?
Yeah, Paul McCartney's just angry that he's not getting a check.
What do you think these songs are? What are they? Who wrote them? God? Did Jesus write these songs?
I don't think John Lennon wrote Revolution to sell tennis shoes.
Hey, He wrote the song. Someone sold it. Who cares? I don't care if it's in a commercial. Our house. My jokes are very, very funny jokes. Buy my tapes and cassettes. Even my Jackie the Joke Man Barrett. I got it all. All right, what else is in the news, Robin?
Oh, you'll be happy to hear that this is from the Philadelphia Inquirer. They have decided to try Rodney King on drunk driving charges.
You're kidding.
Despite conflicting accounts as to who was behind the wheel of his rented car and wound up in a muddy yard last week.
That's a great defense. I wasn't driving the car. My friend was.
King became a household name, of course, after being stopped for a traffic violation and being beaten on videotape by some Los Angeles police officers back in 1992.
And obviously wasn't beaten hard enough because he's back to drunk driving again.
He was stopped, 2 weeks ago, trying to make a U-turn in Edinburgh, Pennsylvania, that he was unable to negotiate. And when he got out of his car, the officers detected the smell of alcohol on his breath. And he refused to go to a hospital to to have a blood alcohol level drawn.
Of course. And now he wasn't even driving the car. The cops framed him again.
Yesterday, after a 3-hour hearing peppered with angry exchanges, the judge decided to hold King over for trial on drunken driving charges filed by a rookie police officer. King insisted that the patrolman misunderstood him.
Right.
Shortly after the sedan's front wheel sank into the roadside mud.
Was it a white patrolman?
Of course.
Yeah, he was a racist, and of course he set Rodney up.
The officer said King admitted to driving the car, but King said that he used the pronoun we, referring to himself and to relatives.
Well, he's rich.
He's a king.
Yeah.
That's the royal we.
We was driving. As in, we got $3 million.
See, King is out looking for homes and stuff. He was looking at some farmland.
Yeah. I'm a land baron. Can't we all just get along?
He's considering buying a house and visiting a fishing lake in the area.
Beat him longer and harder. Too bad it was a rookie cop. He didn't know what to do. Should have dragged him off into the woods and beat him a little.
King said the police officer just doesn't understand the way he talks.
Yeah.
And that's about the size of it.
Of course. It's no problem.
And then after the hearing, King said, we'll let the jury decide.
Okay. And hopefully it'll be an all-black jury.
Another relative of King said he was driving the car and trying to make the U-turn that wound him up in the mud.
I see.
Now, why would King get out and say we were driving?
Because that's royalty. You hit it right on the head. He is the Prince of Los Angeles.
So anyway, he'll go to trial, and we'll have to see how this turns out.
The cop should put his hands on the radiator fan so he can never drive again. That's how a cop works. But this was a rookie. He didn't know better. He actually treated him with too much dignity.
Now.
For God's sake.
We're trying to find out exactly how Christopher Reeve is. The man who played Superman on the big screen is in the hospital, and his family has declared a media blackout. The doctor who was treating Reeve wanted to hold a press conference, but the family decided that they would much prefer to keep all of his medical information confidential, so the press conference was canceled. The New York Post, however, has a story in today's paper. They say they've spoken to a nurse who has been treating Reeve, and she says he has a broken neck. It was one of the worst possible places to break his neck, and that he's fighting for his life on a respirator. Jackie, he has a huge swelling pressing on his brain, and there's the possibility of blood clots forming on the brain.
She said he could die.
Oh, sure. She said fighting for his life. That's the same as you could die, Howard.
Oh, sorry, Ron. Jeez.
I'm sorry you don't understand the way I...
Thanks for correcting me in front of 30 million people.
You and I have the same problem that the officer and Rodney King have. No. You don't understand me when I...
We have more problems than that. Took 3 hours to get his clothes off because he can't cut through that super cloth.
He also has other injuries, and there's every chance that he will be paralyzed. But it's too early to tell, according to a spokesperson for the Reeve family. His current wife and his ex-girlfriend and mother and father have all convened in the area to do a vigil.
Probably the wife is like, what are you doing here, ex-girlfriend? You know, this is my moment to be with Christopher. Think there's a little of that dynamic going on?
I hope not, because at a time like this, the guy doesn't need two women fighting over him.
I would.
Oh, you would love that. That would make you wake up.
Hey, look at me. I'm paralyzed, and women are still fighting over me. But, you know, it's... earlier in the show, I called over to the hospital. I did get through because I claimed to be Superman's father, Jor-El.
How's my son, Jor-El?
So family's allowed to get through, and...
They put you right through?
Yeah, put me right through.
This is Jor-El. My son, my biological son, I believe, is with you. I'm calling from the Phantom Zone.
What is that, Jor-El?
Yes, Christopher Reeve is my son. I'm calling. The Reeves adopted him years ago when he crashed the planet Earth from Krypton. Yes.
I think you're confused. You were, the child was adopted by the Kents.
No, Mom and Pa Reeves. Mr. Christopher Reeves. I sent him by spaceship before we exploded.
That's a drag being Superman and getting an injury because everybody is like, see, he's not Superman.
Not everybody, you.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's how people are. I'm just reflecting how people are.
I see. The man who hopped over Madonna's fence the other day...
Jackie Marlowe?
Also claims that he's married to Madonna.
Love you, Madonna.
Madonna, I love you.
No.
I love you, Madonna.
Madonna, I'm marrying you.
Hoskins is all we know about him now. He's 37 years old. They said he had a bag of disheveled clothing.
Watch me, Donna.
And they think he's probably homeless.
I have him here. Sir, what was it? How you doing?
Jack Balls.
No, forget it.
Jack Balls.
All right, that's okay.
How you doing?
Right, how you doing? I got the guy here who jumped over Madonna's fence.
How you doing?
Hey, what'd you jump over there for?
I love Madonna. I'm Mr. Madonna. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing okay. How you doing?
We don't need the ladies. Sorry, man.
Are you implying that this guy's Joe Walsh?
No.
I'm thirsty. I don't drink anymore.
Anyway, the security guard...
I freeze it needed.
Oh, goodness. The security guard saw this guy vaulting the fence at Madonna's house while they were watching, their TV monitors.
I love Madonna. Don Henley sucks.
And they called a private security firm and then ran for the doors. And the guy started arguing with them that Madonna was his wife and he just wanted to get into his house. And he actually tried to barrel his way past the guards and then tried to go for one of their guns. And that's when the struggle ensued and he wound up getting shot.
Don't let me. I love you, Madonna. Madonna, I love you.
But he's still claiming that he is her husband.
Watch me, Donna.
Watch me, Donna.
Strike a pose.
Like a pose?
Madonna, I love you. I only marry you, Madonna.
Cereal girl.
Madonna,
Cereal girl.
Madonna, I don't live with you and Johnny.
Boy toy.
Madonna, the boy toy.
Toy boy.
Boy toy. Yeah.
Jelly bean banana.
I love you so much. You ain't done your hair blowing, Madonna. Even in a private area. Private parts, Madonna. Oh, I love you. Donna, jump on the fence for you. Jump over the fence. I'm with you and Mr. Madonna. Oh, Mr. Madonna. He's a maniac,
Rambling.
Yeah, it's like great. Yeah, Madonna, I love you so much. Madonna, baby. Madonna, baby, I love you so.
I'm like a virgin.
You love MTV. Hey, it's all you, Madonna, baby. I am a director. I direct your video. Madonna, I love you. I'm breaking in there. Madonna. Madonna.
You have to stop.
Donna, I'm more than you. Because you love me too.
There's something about that.
Can you imagine the security guard? It's like, he's like a...
Oh, no.
He counts as this guy and goes, I'm here for Madonna. I live here. Madonna, Madonna, I love you. Madonna, I'm hungry. Madonna, underpants party. Underpants, Jerry. Madonna says she loves me. Madonna, nobody probation officer said, and I can't go here, too. So I got a restraining order from Madonna. Madonna knows it. Madonna, I'm into Madonna. Madonna, meanwhile. Madonna, wash your feet, Jerry.
God don't want me yet, man.
God don't want me yet, Madonna.
I got too many feet to take.
Hey, Madonna's phone number. 516-9221. Hey, Madonna.
Use your finger.
Use your finger, Madonna. Madonna fingers. Madonna, dirty scam.
Who wanted this from Genius, Madonna?
Madonna, I don't have sex with God. God told you at the bar. To your arms. Your arms, too. Madonna.
Save your arms.
Holy smoky.
Let's move on.
Madonna.
Anyway, the guy's going to be charged with something in relation to Madonna.
I didn't do it. I'm not crazy. No, I'm not crazy. I love you so much. You don't even made a mistake. For you too. I'm moving to your house.
I'm not taunted, I'm slow.
Oh, boy.
Madonna, I'm not taunted.
You're not?
Huh? I'm slow. Madonna, I'm not taunted, I'm slow. I love you. You're my wife.
Oh, I got to get you on another.
All right, go ahead. What else you got? I'm not taunted.
You're going to love this one, too.
China name.
Paula Abdul. She's about to release a new video.
Straight up.
You know, she's the one who was married to Emilio Estevez.
Paul, I love you.
She is also going to be interviewed on Primetime Live tonight.
Paul, what you call?
During which she will talk to Nancy Collins, the interviewer, about bulimia.
Oh, yeah. And she's got that?
She talks about her battle with bulimia for the first time.
Yeah, get on Metric.
Binging on food and throwing up is a violent punishment you put on yourself, she tells Nancy Collins. She'd planned binges because she was having a bad day or couldn't express herself emotionally, or when she was frustrated.
This girl, Robin, danced 24 hours a day and still was porky.
Wait a minute, listen to this. Did you ever tell your husband Emilio Estevez about your problem, is the question. I'm a firm believer in getting everything out on the table.
Hey, Emilio, I'm going to put something on the table for you. Well, she's like one of these girls who gets chubby real easily, and she freaked out over it, I guess. So is she over it?
The thing that was really hard was that she wore her heart on her sleeve, she said. Mm-hmm. And was very open about sharing everything.
Let's write the Paul Abdul story.
You got to.
Oh, Emilio. Where's it? Oh, he's at home? Oh, wait, I'm going to eat some chocolate chip cookies and... Ooh.
Tell me, do you want to know the last forever? Wherever you go. I'm going to dance around the big chunks. I'm forever you go. What do you mean I smell like cheese, Amelia?
Did you ever vomit and do it at the same time?
Howard Stern made fun of my weight. Oh, I love to eat lasagna. Red Mama looks good on a white couch.
Probably the maid followed her around with a wet and dry vac.
Straight up, I'll tell you. You want to know? Forever?
Well, tonight you can also see the premiere of Paula's video.
Didn't John Stamos say her breath could stop a train?
It's called My Love Is For Real. My love is for real.
Gabble, gabble.
Gabble, gabble.
During a 30-minute special tonight on MTV.
Is she still married to Emilio Estevez?
I think they're divorced. I'm not sure. They haven't been together in a long time.
Way to pick a winner.
What?
I met her when I was in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Remember I ran upstairs to check out that bar mitzvah?
Right.
Her accountant was giving a bar mitzvah and they invited me to come up. She's literally like 4'7". She's like a midget. She's real tiny and, you know, she's got thick legs and stuff, and I guess she like kind of saw herself as being like a little sexier or something. But she's not bad looking.
No, she's very pretty.
Yeah.
But that's not what the disease is.
But I guess she blew up a little and got kind of freaked out. Remember, they even in a video they tried to stretch her electronically.
Right? Yeah, I remember that time that they just had her looking like she was running through an amusement park.
Yeah, that was really bad. Because she's about seriously.
Trapped in the house of mirrors.
She was like 4'7" by 4'6". Perfect square. So I guess she puked a few times, and you know now she's got a whole story around it. She was no real anorexic. If you've ever seen real anorexics, they're like tiny, skinny.
She was a bulimic.
Yeah.
Bulimic is different. They do eat.
They do?
Yes.
And then they vomit?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you've ever seen them, they're a lot thinner. She was probably bulimic for like a week.
Well, we'll see. The North American Man-Boy Love Association may now receive charitable donations and taxpayer-financed grants after being approved as a legitimate not-for-profit corporation by the New York State Department or the New York Department of State.
You know what's weird? If you have sex with a young child, it's against the law in this country.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess yet you could have the right to meet about it.
You can meet about anything, I suppose.
As long as you don't do it.
Yes, the NAMBLA members, according to the group's written constitution, advocate the right to consensual sex between men and boys. About 5 members live in Rockland, residing in Nyack and New City.
I'm thinking of moving there.
Not being revealed.
I'm thinking of moving there.
We're always so good to people like this. You know, we don't want to reveal their names for legal and privacy reasons.
Hello. Hello, I am from Nyack.
You're a boy.
Yes.
A little hairless buttocks boy.
Yeah.
You will be my friend because we will get public funding now.
Yeah. Now we will have a non-profit donation.
According to their incorporation papers, they get together to conduct activities which are exclusively charitable, literary, scientific, and educational.
I like the peeny weeny.
Science.
A scientific experiment.
They plan to foster, promote, and advance greater knowledge and understanding of human sexuality, encourage research, and to assist others in research, to sponsor workshops, symposiums, lectures, and other endeavors to develop educational materials such as audio and videotapes, films, books, and periodicals.
I would like to donate right now. I will donate my length and girth to your little butt. And you can have that for free right now.
They told a newspaper up there that we are doing everything legal and proper to express our views that man-boy love is a beautiful thing. The public needs to be educated.
We should probably play the Man-Boy Love Association tape right now for all the Marcuses that have never heard it.
Yes, I think people need to be introduced to that.
Be proud, be strong, be brave to be a boy lover.
Hello.
Hello, how are you? Do not
despair.
A boy. You are not alone. And if you are a boy lover, be brave.
Your time will come.
Be proud. Please, do not be intimidated by the officials. Our day will come.
Leave your number.
Leave your number at the bip.
We will call you back, but not at collect.
Okay, yes, we are having tremendous financial difficulties, you can imagine.
We are a not-for-profit organization.
Hello, this is NAMBLA, the North American Man-Boy Love Association.
So nice.
So proud.
Wait till the music kicks in. They have like beautiful music. Chamber music.
In New York, the Horatio Alger chapter meets.
Who's Horatio Alger?
He was the guy who wrote those books about guys going from bad, lives to wonderful success in America.
No, because it's just, I wonder if he can sue because Horatio Alger, his good name.
I've always asked you, was he a man-boy lover or something?
I mean, could there be a Howard Stern chapter of the Man-Boy Love Association? I mean, that's not right.
Can they just take any name?
Yeah, I don't want my name used for that. We are meeting the Howard Stern Man-Boy Love Association chapter.
On the first Saturday of each month, from noon to 2:30 p.m.
It's not a long meeting. Noon to 2:30.
For any other matter, please leave your message at the end of the beep. We'll call you back as soon as possible, but we'll have to do it at collect. In the meanwhile, and if you're a boy, do not despair. Be true to your feelings. Times will change, and your oppression will end. But if you're a man, be safe, be brave, and above all, be proud to be a boy lover.
Hey, that's a tough order.
In either case,
I don't think anybody's proud.
Be tough, be brave.
We are wolves who will get all you poor little unhappy bastards. So grease up, it's inevitable.
Call us again. Best time is in the evening between 8:30 to 10:30.
Because I have much business to conduct during the day.
That's after bedtime.
Better time to capitalize on your dysfunction.
Better time to call at night. I am sleeping in my coffin during the day.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll get you.
Here comes the beep.
Yeah, hi. Howard Stern here. I'd like to leave you my number, 516-9221. I'd like to be a boy lover. I'm feeling okay about it. I'm not that proud, but I'm trying to get proud.
I'm getting better.
And I have a boy here who would like to talk to you as well. This is my young ward. His name is Robin. I'm Batman.
Hi, that's really good music you play in the background.
Yeah. Thank you. Beep. Got it. Beep.
Wait for the beep.
Beep. I'm a creep.
I'm sure there are young boys calling because they're so depressed about not being able to get to that guy.
My young boy has a toaster stuck in his most intimate of areas, and we will have to go to the hospital during the day. So call me at night. It was an accident. We slipped on a peanut butter jar in the shower. Anyway, what else is in the news?
Well, I'm still trying to figure out the playoffs.
Go ahead, I'll help you.
Last night, the San Antonio Spurs and the Houston Rockets played.
And?
I think the Rockets won.
Uh-oh, so now it's
111-90, and they're up by 3 games to 2 in that series.
That's right. I'm sorry I missed that game.
Well, I still haven't had a chance to see Dennis Rodman play. The guy with the funny-colored hair, the blonde, red, green, whatever it is, and the wacky tattoos all over his body.
Well, he plays for Orlando.
No, he
doesn't. No, not
Orlando.
He plays for the team we're playing, Orlando. He plays for...
no, he doesn't.
San Antonio.
He plays for San Antonio?
San Antonio Spurs.
How come I don't see him playing in that game?
Because he's been benched.
Has he really?
He was benched at the first part of last night's game, so I don't know if he ever got in.
Come to think of it, I don't know anything about basketball. I mean, I watch the games, but... Yeah, I didn't see him playing in that really exciting game the other day that I was watching.
Yeah, he and the coach have a problem. I don't know what it is. So he's always getting benched. I don't know what he's doing.
I like that guy. The way he moves, he kind of reminds me of Earl the Pro Monroe. I've seen him play a couple of times, yeah.
I've never seen him play, so I've been waiting for that opportunity. Last night, of course, I had to go to sleep when the game was over.
Yeah, welcome to the club.
So anyway, want to find out a little bit about the game, so I pulled some tape so I could see if I could figure out what these guys are saying about the game.
Okay.
So let me see who we got here. See if I can find my notes.
Who you got there? Anthony?
Well, I got Anthony for you.
Right.
Because you fell in love with him the other day. But he's talking about, I guess, tonight's game or the next game between those other guys.
Yeah.
So here is the Houston Rockets guard, Sam Cassell.
Okay.
Here to explain his 30-point outburst. I guess he had a good game last night, in addition to Akeem Olajuwon, and that's why the Rockets won. So here he is explaining how he exploded for 30 points.
I took what they gave me. I just needed to come out to be aggressive for us to win the ball game. Kenny has been playing well, but I think the spark that I bring off the bench makes us go.
Good explanation. Now it's all clear.
Now I understand exactly what's going on.
Thank God for basketball, else that guy would be saying, oh, fries and a burger. Amazing. That guy probably went to 4 years of college, still.
And then, of course, tonight...
Anthony.
The Orlando Magic play the Indiana Pacers again.
Yeah.
And they're tied at 2 games apiece. So here is Anthony Hardaway. How do you think you spell that?
I know how you spell it.
Go ahead, spell it for me.
Because that I am convinced is his mama thought Anthony was his name, but she said Anthony, and she named him Anfernee.
Wow. You got it right.
Yeah, I'm fascinated by it. Anthony.
Well, Anthony is upset because he says that more fouls are being called on Shaquille O'Neal since the Indiana Pacers coach Larry Brown started complaining to officials.
I see.
That he was getting away with stuff. So here it is.
It brings you to the audience's eyes or to the fans' eyes that maybe what Coach Brown said is right. We'll look for more of that in game 5, and then the officials feel the pressure, and then, they might call it differently.
Everybody's so articulate. Sad.
Didn't all these guys go to college?
Yeah, sad. Got to see Hoop Dreams. Sad.
Oof, it's amazing.
Nobody knows anything. Except how to put a ball through a rim. What the hell?
They get an awful lot of money.
Not my problem.
Did you know SAT scores are going up by about 100 points? They've noticed that the scores are rising.
Sure, they're making the test easier.
No, it's not that the test is easier.
Kids are smarter?
They changed the grading.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Oh.
They moved up the average score to 500, where it used to be 422.
I see.
So because of that, it looks like the test scores are going up, but it's not that people are getting any smarter. They're getting the same score. They're just making it look better.
I wish I could take those now, because then I'd have a 300 instead of a 200. Because it would make it look like I was smarter.
So all those people out there who are running around thinking they got real smart, they haven't. Just don't think that anymore.
No.
In the O.J. Simpson case, the attorneys are still arguing on various points. Marsha Clark jumped up and started yelling about something yesterday.
Yeah, she was pissed off.
Apparently Barry Scheck did something.
I know what he did.
That she didn't like. What was it?
He called her a filthy Jew.
Oh, stop it.
No, I'll tell you what he did. He, again, Judge Ito has said, do not bring up in my courtroom this concept that there is a confession tape to be played of O.J. That he, not a confession tape, but a tape where he was interviewed by the police.
Mm-hmm.
So Scheck, in his questioning, brought up that tape again. And Marsha Clark blew a fit because it was obvious that he was disobeying the judge's order.
So here is Marsha Clark, as you say, blowing a fit.
I'm not... All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Marsha Clark, everyone, blowing a fit.
The court knew that Mr. Scheck was going to try and get that in front of the jury. I'm sure that he did. We anticipated it, and then the question, sure enough, was asked. And Mr. Scheck knows it's improper, because there is no lawyer with half a brain, with an IQ...
Imagine being married to her and she starts yelling at you.
IQ above 5, who would not have known that such a question is improper.
Yes, dear. Yes, dear. You'd be like, yes, sweetheart.
Yeah, just beat.
Yes, honey. Yeah, I understand.
I will.
Yes.
I promise. No one knows better than you. Yes, dear. Yes.
No one knows better than I, my dear. Yes, my pet.
Oh, man, with her yelling and the street.
The court knew that Mr. Steck was going to try and get that in front of the jury. I'm sure that he did.
My love.
We anticipated it.
Yes, I did.
And then the question, sure enough, was asked.
You're always
And Mr. Steck knows it's improper because there is no lawyer with half a brain, with an IQ above 5, who would not have known that such a question is improper.
You say.
Then, of course, there was the questioning in court yesterday. Barry Scheck cross-examining this criminalist Colin Yamauchi.
Yeah, Yamauchi.
Who was back on the stand, and Scheck was being very stern and pointing his finger and asking him questions.
So annoying.
Something he had done was really wrong.
This guy Scheck is so annoying you want to kick his ass.
He was a known liar or something.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like, this guy Yamauchi is a bad man.
All it is an act for the jury. He's really not asking anything. He really hasn't discovered anything damaging, but Yamauchi called him on it.
Isn't it your normal experience, Mr. Yamauchi, that after a police officer gets a vial of blood from the Parker Center from a nurse and delivers it to you in one of these envelopes, that it is sealed in accordance with the instructions on the envelope? Isn't that what you normally see?
Objection. That's two questions, Your Honor. It's compound.
Sustained. Isn't it? I have to ask it again. Would you mind not pointing at me like that? I'm sorry, Miss Yamauchi. I was actually pointing at the screen. I wasn't pointing at you. Okay. My apologies.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. This is the only, a court is the only place where a 4'1" Jew can yell at a Chinese guy and not get his ass kicked by some little Chinese stars. You know what I mean? Like you hear, yeah, Mr. Yamauchi. Hey, I tell you what, Scheck, you're so brave. Why don't you step outside? Meet me outside and ask me a question when you point your finger at me. I'm telling you, Jews love court. They love. Why do you think so many Jews are lawyers? They love it. They love court.
They're on equal ground.
It's the greatest. Hey, you mean? Wait a second. I can yell at this Chinese guy, and he won't yell at me, and he can't beat me up. I can accuse him of stuff, and he won't kick my ass, and he won't throw those little Chinese stars. Okay, come here, you filthy chink, and tell me the truth. Hey, I'm gonna kick your ass. Can't. We're in court. No. Come here, you filthy chink, and tell me something. Tell me you put the blood of O.J. Simpson on there without the proper utensils. Tell me, you damn bastard. You come over to this country, how to drop an atomic bomb on you like during World War II. I'm Super Jew.
I don't know that Mr. Yamauchi is a chink.
I don't know what he is. Whatever he is, he could probably throw one of those little Chinese stars if we weren't in court. No one would put up with that crap. Isn't it true? Jews love court. They can yell. A 4-foot Jew can yell at a 9-foot man. You can't kick my ass. We're in court, you son of a bitch.
I got you now.
Why do you think most Jews have lawsuits? They love it. The Jews love to sue. It's the only place to really have a good fight.
Meanwhile, Johnny Cochran was answering charges yesterday that have been leveled into tabloids that O.J. Simpson is about to make a plea bargain.
Yeah, they say he'll get 3 weeks. Something like that.
Time served. Here is Johnny Cochran.
Johnny Cochran.
There are not now, nor have there been, nor will there be any plea bargaining discussions in this case.
Would you ever go to him if you didn't have like a racial case? Would you ever go to him? Would you ever go to that guy with knowing what you know about his personal life and just seeing how he conducts himself?
I couldn't now. No.
Yeah. I'd let Don King represent me before I'd have Johnny Cochran.
In fact, I was thinking OJ probably wants a knife right now to go after that legal team.
I know. They should allow him.
In the tabloids, they're saying that OJ can't even pay the investigators at that point.
Right.
Just gone through his bank account.
Right through.
Really, man.
So that was the speculation that he needs the plea bargain. He doesn't want a hung jury anymore because he couldn't afford to mount another defense. He might have to plea bargain just to end this whole thing and go to jail.
See, I hope the case is like a mistrial because not enough jurors or something. Mm-hmm. And now OJ has to have the case retried. And then we see the lawyer he gets now that he has no money. And it's like, Benny
Some guy right out of school.
Yeah, Benny the Jew from Brooklyn Law comes in there and goes, hey, Your Honor, look, we can wrap this up in 2 days.
It's Joe Pesci.
Yeah, right. I'll tell you, Your Honor. You want the truth?
Your Honor, you want the truth?
Your Honor, these two youths. Uncle Benny.
That'll be great.
Oh, yeah, he's innocent.
Some lawyer they get.
Yeah, he's innocent. Yeah. Let him go, yeah.
Yeah, but, sir, do you have any proof?
Yeah.
What's your proof?
I don't have any proof. Let him go, yeah. He's a football star. Yeah, drop dead, yeah.
I can't wait to see who he gets.
The victim, he's black. Let him go, yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
Grandpa Lewis will represent him.
Yeah. He's a famous schmarzer. Yeah. Bring the proof, yeah.
Oh, dear, what a laugh.
So you want? So you are OJ's attorney now that he's run out of money?
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Drop dead,
yeah. Now, are you going to call any witnesses to the stand?
Yeah.
Yeah? Who?
The deceased. Yeah.
Do you want Cato Kalin to step forward?
Yeah, Cato, yeah.
Yeah, what are you going to ask him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gilligan, yeah. Yeah.
A madman.
Yeah. Look at that darky. He couldn't have done it, yeah. Yeah, he was golfing.
He was golfing. Can you imagine?
It's like on your lawn. Your lawn and killed somebody.
And you cut your finger.
He was golfing, yeah.
Yeah, you cut the finger on golfing.
Arthritis, yeah. Rheumatoid.
See, if there was a guy like that giving the defense instead of a guy in a suit who actually kind of looked like he made sense, they would throw the whole case right out and just give him life in prison.
Yeah, he was golfing. Yeah, blood, yeah. Yeah, blood, Bronco, yeah, let him go, yeah. Yeah. They planted the blood. They planted it. Yeah. Tell that broad to shut up, Captain Chink. Yeah.
That would be the case of the century.
Yeah, mealy mouth, yeah.
Don't worry, OJ, you'll be out in a week.
We'll get you out of this one, yeah.
Well, let me once again move on.
Do you want to ask Mr. Yamauchi a question?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's the question?
Yeah.
All right.
You know who's in that movie, Johnny Mnemonic?
Yamauchi?
No. Your fave, Henry Rollins.
Yeah, he's all right.
That guy who did that song. What was it called? I'm a Liar?
I'm a Liar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's got an acting role and plays this character Spider, so, here's what he says.
He's angry. He's an angry guy.
About the high-tech future world of Johnny Mnemonic.
Henry Rollins is pissed off.
He's on the World Wide Web, so, he, into all this stuff. Here he goes.
I've got 2 Quadras in my own apartment and a PowerBook 540 on the road.
Oh, an Apple? Oh, dude. I thought he was cool.
PowerPort Platinum modems across the board. You know, I was talking like some dude about his car. No, I've got a bunch of computers, scanners, fax machines, because I'm in business, and that's how we do business, with via the internet. I think we're 2.21361, which is my birthday, .com, I think. You have to look it up. I know we just got our own domain.
There you go. He's cool.
There you go. What the heck is he?
He's giving his internet address. You ever see that? These internet addresses?
Yeah.
They're like 9 pages long. Type it and make one mistake, you can't find it.
That you're in a whole different area, no place.
Computers have not been, perfected yet.
I know that somebody's eventually going to come in and reorganize all that stuff and make it less difficult.
You know who that person's going to be? Jeff Schick from IBM. He's already working on it.
But Rollins said he liked working in this movie, and he'd like to have other acting roles.
Yeah. Yeah, internet. Big muscle-bound dope. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope. I'm going up for another part, and there's so far a lot of interest, and maybe this will get some more interest. Yeah, I'd definitely like to do more. But I know that I am not, Mr. Actor Man, and I will get what I can get.
Yeah, I'm going to put him in my movie.
Who cares about this part? Yeah.
Just remember, he's not Mr. Actor Man.
Mr. Actor Man, yeah.
I'm putting him in my movie as Mr. Actor Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, lots of parts in show business. Yeah, Mr. Zero Man. Yeah, Olivier. Drop a weight on your head. Yeah.
He'll get a lot of roles, isn't he? You think Henry Rollins will get other roles? Yeah. He's no Mr. Actor Man.
Mr. Actor Man. Yeah. Henry Rollins. Yeah. Great singer, too. Yeah.
They're saying that Mike Ovitz wants $200 million from Edgar Bronfman Jr.
Yeah, so do I. What's he going to do? Put him in a hole and hold him for kidnapping?
Of, MCA. And everybody's speculating in the paper, is he worth it?
$200 million?
Mm-hmm.
Mike Ovitz?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Sure he is.
Take the money. Yeah.
I got your money.
Ovitz.
Ovitz. I wish I was Ovitz.
Yeah, expensive Jew. Yeah.
Wish they'd offer me $200 million.
I was famous when Ovitz was crapping himself. Yeah.
You gonna get OJ off?
Yeah. OJ, yeah.
OJ?
Old J. That's what he's gonna be when he gets out of jail. Old J.
And finally, I see that Barbara Walters is going to interview Kato Kalin again on 2020.
Well, why are they interviewing this man?
I don't know, Howard. I don't know what more he has to say.
Geraldo had it right. He said, I wouldn't even interview this man. I'm as low as they come.
Did he say that?
Well, something like that.
So, this Friday...
Yeah. Jerk off.
Yeah. Kato Kalin and Barbara facing off again.
Jerk off. Yeah.
I guess it's about that new book.
He's dumber than his darky friend, yeah. The one he's protecting, yeah.
Guess it's about...
Bring OJ so he can knife that little bastard. Yeah.
You want to get OJ out so he can knife Kato?
Yeah.
That new book is out now, where it seems that Kalo contradicted himself on tape when you listen to his in-court testimony.
Of course, Robin. Even you knew that, right? Even you knew it from the beginning.
I thought there was something wrong.
Yeah.
And,
kill them all. What do I have left? 2 months?
Remember that Sonny Block, who was a radio financial host, who I said ran off to the Dominican Republic because he didn't figure he could be extradited from there. They were investigating him for some radio scams he allegedly pulled.
Sonny,
Well, he didn't read the law quite well because he got arrested in the Dominican Republic. And extradition proceedings have been started.
We always feel bad for radio guys who have to get extradited. our radio brethren.
That's right.
Yeah.
We'll be watching that case closely. Make sure he doesn't get the shaft.
Robin and I won't say anything bad about that case. We can't comment because anybody who's in radio...
Well, he's innocent until proven guilty.
Exactly, Robin. I hope he gets an all-black jury.
Put him in with OJ. Yeah, lock him up. Yeah. He got all my money. $750. Yeah. All of it.
Did you invest in a Sonny Block thing?
$750. Yeah.
$750.
Yeah. Put him in a cell with OJ. Yeah. He can be OJ's wife. Yeah. My girl Sonny. Yeah. When Sonny gets blow. Yeah. Race up, you boy. Yeah.
Did you invest?
Yeah.
You did?
All my money, yeah.
All your money. You want your money back?
Oh, no. Yeah.
Right.
Sonny, I listened and I spent the money. Yeah, I lost it all. 50 years of work in show business. Gone to the islands with Sonny, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I do have one.
I'm more confused than Muhammad Ali.
Hey, be quiet.
Yeah.
Miss America, Heather Whitestone, the deaf Miss America, says criticism from some advocates for the deaf almost made her abdicate her crown.
Wow. That would be horrible.
She's going to be on Entertainment Tonight this evening.
Who would criticize her?
She was slammed for not speaking in sign language at the 94 pageant.
Yes.
I wanted to quit first week, she said.
Then my friend Kathy Lee came to manifest. Kathy Lee had been so wonderful. Kathy Lee and Cody and Commander Giff and Cody and Kathy Lee.
Yeah.
They are such good friends and family.
She says every Miss America should go through survival training, like in the military, because it's so rough the first couple of weeks.
You know, my whole time growing up, my mother had me do that sign. Try to fit in, try to assimilate. And now the deaf people, the same people where my from, who I have always worked, I can't believe it. Why would they attack me? Why would they make fun of me? Now I sign like a crazy dog. Now I sign wherever I go. If I wanted to kill, I sign.
I think letter writers out there are going nuts at this broadcast.
This will be defending the Jews, the deaf people.
Handicaps, you'll be stripping by August.
Yeah.
Tell her to wash your ears. She ain't deaf. She's probably full of wax and dirt. And hair. Hair.
Wash your ears out.
Filled with wax and dirt and hair. Yeah, dumb broad. Yeah. Bang her in the head with her scepter. Yeah.
Knock the wax out.
I crown you deaf queen of America. Yeah.
Knock her on the head and knock the wax out.
Bing.
Yeah. Anytime I go on TV, I am too self-conscious. My mother taught me to be strong. My mother taught me that I didn't have to turn, that I didn't have to take my whole world apart, that I didn't have to bow to any pressure. Now all of a sudden, everyone there thinking anything on me.
Shut up and strip. Yeah.
How many times do I tell you this? Oh, I can hear. Hello. Even Kathy Lee said to me that I should hold my head up high, that I don't have to bow to fashion, that I don't have to do that. Kathy Lee. And Commander Gift.
Commander Gift.
But my mother made the tone to him when we were growing up. My sisters were not treated any differently than me. Even though I had my problem, my mother said, if you're going to make it in a world of hearing people, you must learn to do like hearing people. That is why I speak like that. This is what my whole life has been about. I didn't know that these creeps from guy you that would get on my ass.
Yeah, you deaf bitch, yeah. I'll poke your eyes out. Give me something real to complain about. Yeah, you're lucky you're deaf. Kathy Lee's an a-hole. Yeah.
Are you saying if I could hear Kathy Lee, I wouldn't be friends with her? Yeah. Kathy Lee, I love you. Kathy Lee had me on her equipment panel. And there I was allowed to dance. How often do you see a deaf person dance? You see these creeping guy you deaf would say something nice about me dancing on there. They need the music I can't hear. I was jumping up and down the stage like a Mexican jumping bean. How do I know? I try to understand what Kathy Lee and Gift are saying. I don't know. That Candy, he is such an annoying baby.
Cody.
Candy. Cody is so annoying.
Yeah, Gifford. He used to babysit me, that old piece of crap. Yeah. Oh, you're lucky you're deaf. You can't hear Kathy Lee sing.
That's not funny. Kathy Lee sang while I dance. And so many people got to see a side of Miss America that nobody saw. And yet the guy that said that it was more. Guy you that and said that you should sign. Who says? Who made you? Hey, who wrote the making rule book? That's my feeling on it. And that's what I would tell Barbara Waters if she would interview me.
She's not interviewing you.
But she won't. I would go on Entertainment Tonight and say this. Is that what I'll be on tonight?
Yes, that's tonight.
Right. Because I will get to speak now. Why should I have to give up my crown?
Are you signing on Entertainment Tonight, or are you speaking?
Well, you bet your ass I'm signing. Because now I talk, I sign, I make smoke signals with my feet. I don't know what to do. I do not want to be blamed for ignoring the deaf community. I would be rubbing my 2 feet together making smoke signals for the Indians. So that no one would think I did wrong. Even everyone up in me, even the Latinos up in me, because I did not like the Tejano movement. I can't win. Well, that's my statement.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for being here.
That's what's happening, folks.
All right, we have to go, Robin. Obviously, the news is
We've
exciting.
offended everyone.
Yeah, thank you,
and
Grandpa.
We have to go.
Sit on my lap. You're as dumb as Marilyn. Yeah.
Obviously,
Marilyn.
not the real Grandpa,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
next best thing.
Yeah.
I hate bombing one. She had the speaking impediment. He spit all over me.
Hey, Jackie the Joke Man. Oh, first of all, Robin, remind everyone about Cleveland. What's going on in Cleveland?
Well, not only Cleveland. I want to remind everyone that tomorrow night is the big night. I'll be giving my speech. It was even in page 6 today. I'll be speaking about Muhammad Ali at a Parkinson's Foundation dinner to honor the man, the greatest.
Do you know that page 6 declared that your appearance tonight
It's going to be the highlight.
is the highlight, not Madonna.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah, tomorrow night. Tomorrow night. And you will wear what?
Clothing.
Tiara? Will you wear your tiara?
Tiara now.
Muhammad, you are my king. I am the queen. That is
I'm
why.
working hard on my speech. Very important.
Will you read a little excerpt tomorrow before your
I don't know. I don't know if you deserve.
And also, remind everyone that Quivers of Life is in the bookstores.
That's right, and I'll be coming to Cleveland on June 3rd. I'll be at the Barnes & Noble on something like Chagrin and Lee in Shaker Heights at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
You know, while Robin was laughing here on the radio, she was crying on the inside. And
I'm crying on the outside.
And crying on the outside as well, and you will learn that in the book. Jackie the Joke Man Martling has his own success story going on right now. Over 350 filthy jokes on CD or cassette. $10 plus $3 shipping and handling.
What does that mean? 351?
Yeah, I think that's probably accurate. Jokeland special buy 2, get 1 free. Call 1-800-323-KING. Hey, visit Jokeland on the World Wide Web. That's always fun. It'll take you about an hour and a half to get in there.
Address?
Yeah. What's your address, Jackie?
On the World Wide Web?
Yeah, on the World Wide Web.
It's simple. It's http://interstar.com jokeland/HTML. Wow.
Yeah. For Jokes and Jokeland's internet address, call 516-9221. Remember, 516-9221 is not a pay service. Hey. To order a signed copy of Stuttering John CD, call 201-942-OUCH. And if you're planning a wedding or party, here's a frightening idea. Call Scott the Engineer's Rocket Entertainment and let him spin the music for it. Actually, he does a great job. Everyone loves it, especially when he bunny hops. 718-BAG-5040. It's Scott the Engineer with his really spectacular disco business. His music business. Smoke Man. And Rob and I will... Oh, and thanks to Heidi Matson, who is the Ivy League stripper. Her book is out in the stores now as well.
Yes.
And we will see you tomorrow.
97.1